In the social media reaction genre, silly comments are considered especially heinous. At Dear Woke Christian, the dedicated content creators who investigate these horrible comments are members of an elite squad known as the Dusty Comments Unit. At Dear Woke Christian.
Grace and peace, everybody. You did not see a thumbnail. You did not see a title. And that's because I was over here checking the traps, looking around, seeing what's out here in these streets. And lo and behold, Tiffany Henyard did drop a video. I stand corrected. She dropped a video today. And I want to look at it because I heard a snippet of it. And I was like, uh-oh, this might be interesting. So with no further ado, I'm going to bring this in. I want to say thank you to everybody that's hopped in. Shout out to you all. Thank you so much for go ahead and hitting that like button and the such like that. I do appreciate it. What's going on, Jason Hodge? Thank you so much. Hopefully you can hear me now. Okay, if y'all could drop a 1 in the chat. Matter of fact, hit the like button if you can hear me. How about that? That'll work. Perfect. Let's get a little banner running across the bottom. Thank you to all of you all who've been supporting the channel this month. Thank you so much. If you've already become a subscriber, thank you. If you're considering it, thank you too. Hopefully I can win your subscription. Hopefully I'll earn it. You'll find some value in what we're doing over here. All right, y'all, I was surprised. I looked up, I said, oh no. I told them that as soon as I saw a video, I was going to bring it in. So I got to stick to my word. So shout out to all of you all. Let's bring this in. Let's see what kind of shenanigans they got going on. I think this is interesting, and you'll see why I think this is interesting pretty quickly. So with no further ado.
The town meeting last week has been grossly misreported by pretty much all outlets as far as we can.
Looking at a local board meeting outside of Chicago with the self-proclaimed super mayor Tiffany Henyard at the center.
The story has been about the mayor getting involved in what we'll call a brawl in town hall. But no one, from what I can see, has bothered to look carefully at what happened. The truth has been lost in the spectacle. And to begin with, the man who started the whole problem that night at town hall is certainly not some concerned citizen who's there to speak his mind. That's how he has been portrayed, but that is false. This man's name is Jedediah Brown. And Jedediah Brown is not just some random citizen who has an opinion. This is a person who's created a whole social media campaign for himself by essentially stalking the mayor.
Y'all, today, this is your boy, Jedediah Brown, here on location, reporting to you live at Thornton Township's meeting. I've kind of sort of been out already scouting the spot, yeah.
So I won't be cutting off my camera. Kamal just arrived here and he won't smoke, so I'm definitely, it's cool. And what I'm gonna do is wait for the next resident to go into that building, and I'm gonna ask them if I could be in there with them. Because they shouldn't be able to stop me if I'm just simply here accompanying another resident. This is what one-man protest look like. Checking the door. How you doing? You could have walked over here.
Okay.
So, what I understand,
What's up, man? What's your name and badge number?
Oscillate 114.
I'm trying to get their attention. I'm trying to get in there.
Yeah, they got your attention because they called us.
Good. So I said, all right, it's cold. Let me step right here too.
No, they don't want you to go.
But you came in, you went in there.
You get it? Do your job. I get it.
I don't say that lightly. He actually has been stalking the mayor when she's with her family in her private time. He has come to her home.
I'm not coming to you, bitch. You coming to me. People saying you went to her mama house. You went to her mama house. You didn't expect for her to respond? Absolutely expected for her to respond.
To create a spectacle. And when that happened, the mayor even went so far as to pursue a restraining order against him at the beginning of January. And this is the guy that came into town hall and had this interaction that led to the violence. At the meeting, when we really look at the video, if you take it frame by frame, what hasn't been reported, but what is there, is that this guy, Jedediah Brown, didn't just come into the meeting. The man was armed with a knife. The man drew that knife, and the man swung that knife at Kamal Woods. Mr. Woods did not lay a hand on anybody prior to being attacked physically by Mr. Brown. And a second person who's seen in the fight, who's not just a citizen either. That individual is a former employee of Dalton, fired for hiding his sex offender status.
That's because Redmond is listed as a child sex offender on the Illinois State Police Registry. He served 24 years of a 50-year sentence for taking part in the brutal gang rape and beating of 2 young girls in the Roseland neighborhood in 1991. News reports at the time say Redmond was one of 4 young men who kidnapped the girls and took them to an abandoned garage where they were sexually assaulted and beaten with boards and guns.
And these are the 2 people that attacked Kamal Woods, one of them with a knife that somehow he was able to get into that meeting through the security. And in that circumstance, these men are attacking him with a deadly weapon, and the mayor, fearing for his safety, did go toward that crowd, risking getting hurt herself. But he was at risk. This is her boyfriend. This is an important man in her life, her source of support. And he was being threatened with a deadly weapon, and that was going on at the time. The story has been reported as if the mayor's boyfriend caused the fight and the mayor jumped in it. But that is simply not the truth. And the video itself, when taken piece by piece and looked at frame by frame, shows it. But literally, so far, nobody seems to care. No, I haven't seen anybody that cares about that fact. That's extraordinary. You know, Mr. Woods spoke to a stalker who just made inflammatory and inappropriate comments to a mayor. Anybody that talked like that to a mayor, the mayor of Chicago, is going to be out of that room. But it was allowed to happen. And he's allowed to come in there armed with a knife, and then Mr. Woods speaks to him. All he did was speak to him. He gets attacked by these 2 guys. And he gets hurt. I mean, Kamal Woods got injured. He went to the hospital, and all of this is borne out by the video evidence. But that's not the story being told on TV. That's not the story that's told in social media. This is about a corrupt mayor causing a brawl in town hall. Yeah, that's sensational. That gets clicks and all that.
With breaking news, a fist fight breaks out at Tiffany Henyard's Thornton Township meeting tonight.
But it has nothing to do with reality. Truth is overawed by spectacle and sensationalism. And that event at town hall and the way that it's been handled is really a microcosm for how Mayor Henyard's been handled for months, if not longer. Political enemies put out false stories about a corrupt mayor stealing from the town. That's a story. And those stories get treated like truth. Facts don't matter, video doesn't matter. All that matters is what's going to be sensational. That's the experience that she's had. Truth overawed by spectacle. And you know, this man, Jedediah Brown, who was at the meeting, is nothing more than I suppose, a pathetic symptom of a greater disease. This is a disease of social media fiction metastasizing into popular culture fact. And that's what this mayor has been experiencing for months, and it's dangerous. This man's an armed predator who stalks the mayor so he can stream it online. And people enjoy that. He makes inflammatory comments so he can put up videos of himself online, feel important because of that. And other people hear it. Flames of false anger get fueled and violence happens in this man. And that's unfortunate, but that's the truth.
Residents of Dalton, as you can see, I have been attacked, stalked by individuals that have been hired by Trustee Kiana Belcher, Trustee Jason House, Trustee Tammy Brown, and Trustee Brittany Norwood, all hired these individuals to come into our town and create chaos. Individuals have so much hate for me that they are willing to do anything to put me, my daughter, my family in harm's way.
Hello. How you doing? I'm the advocate that's been challenging Mayor Henyard. I know you're her mom.
What happened?
You're Mayor Henyard's mother, right? Where's her mom available?
All right. Wow. I was just going to play it all the way through one time, and we might watch that again, y'all. And because there's some things said in there, good and bad, that I didn't know. But I think, oh man, we got to bring this in. Okay, real quick. Shout out to everybody who's jumped in. Looks like about 140 of y'all. Shout out to you all for jumping in. We are looking at Tiffany Henyard dropped her quote unquote receipts. And this is her and her lawyer speaking. I got a lot of questions. So we're gonna go back through it. So don't worry if you didn't catch it the first time. We're gonna watch it again together. And I'm gonna stop and add some color commentary. But thank you all, everybody who's hopped in. This is problematic. I got so many questions. And y'all know that I am not a lawyer. I am a pre-K law student at best. I know nothing. I've watched Law and Order and a lot of episodes of Suits, right? But I can see the problem in what this lawyer is saying. So I want to bring this in, and I just want to ask y'all, does this make sense? Does this rhyme? So let's bring this back in, and I will move myself out of the way. Let's
The
bring this back
violence
in.
at the town meeting last.
All right. So shout out to everybody. This is definitely desperate. Now, the reason I said this is super interesting is because notice she's wearing the outfit that she wore when she discussed the brawl for it all almost a week ago, maybe two. So this is in that same day. Remember that? Okay. So this is a part of that first day where she and where the lawyer brought up the knife initially. This is it. So I do think that's interesting. And a lot of you all, if you watched the video that she did last night, where she said she's going to bring receipts. All right, let's see where these receipts are.
Last week has been grossly misreported by pretty much all outlets as far as we can.
Speaking at a local board meeting outside of Chicago, with the self-proclaimed super mayor Tiffany Henyard at the center.
The story has been about the mayor getting involved in what we'll call a brawl in town hall. But no one, from what I can see, has bothered to look carefully at what happened. The truth has been lost in the spectacle. And to begin with, the man who started the whole problem that night at town hall is certainly not some concerned citizen who's there to speak his mind. That's how he has been portrayed, but that is false.
Y'all, if this were an indictment against Jedediah Brown, I don't think I think they might have hit the ball out the park. I don't give Bo Brimley, I don't give Tiffany Henyard a lot of credit, but I think they did a good job of making him look like somebody they wanted him to look like. I'm just going to say that. As it relates right here, we're going to talk about the weapon in a moment, but as it relates to Jedediah's behavior and how he's perceived, I got to call a spade a spade. I call a spade a spade. I don't know if those are gang symbols. I don't know. I'm originally from Illinois. Oh no, hear me, Lady Roberts. Lady Roberts, I know that, and I agree with you. I'm going to address what they said, however. I'm originally from Illinois. I know gang signs. I'm not certain that that's the gang sign that I would have thought it would be. I think it was the universal Stone Cold Steve Austin salute, if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I just, yeah. So let's bring it back in. Let's go.
This man's name is Jedediah Brown. And Jedediah Brown is not just some random citizen who has an opinion. This is a person who's created a whole social media campaign for himself by essentially stalking the mayor.
Out today, this is your boy Jedediah Brown. You're on location, reporting to you live at Thornton Township's meeting. I've kind of sort of been out already scouting the spot. Yeah.
So I won't be cutting off my camera. Kamal just arrived here and he won't smoke, so I'm definitely, it's cool. And what I'm gonna do is wait for the next resident to go into that building, and I'm gonna ask them if I could be in there with them, because they shouldn't be able to stop me if I'm just simply here accompanying another resident. This is what one man protest look like. Checking the door. How you doing? You could have walked over here.
So real quick, because I like what David said right here. This is where I think this whole smoke screen video that Tiffany dropped, that this is what this video is for, to take all of the look off of her and her corruption and put it on Jedediah and his sins and transgressions. I don't think anybody in this chat would say that Jedediah is a saint and without any sin, pure as a driven snow. Nobody's saying that. The problem is they're not looking at Tiffany. So Bo Brenly dropping these quote unquote receipts is an attempt to get the attention off of, focus off of, eyes off of Tiffany and her very clear problems. Because remember, this was on the tail end of the Lori Lightfoot report, which Tiffany's never addressed. So I don't think that this is going to fall flat, because it's just making you, if you remove Jedediah Brown from it, you still don't explain the $1 million skating rink. By the way, I got the video clips of the skating rink. That's coming soon. If you remove Jedediah from the equation, it still doesn't explain the Tahoe. It still doesn't explain the bad spending. It still doesn't explain all of the things that she has done wrong in Dalton. None of that matter, and Thornton, respectfully. Jedediah is not the problem. Now, he might be an exacerbation. He might agitate the situation. But like she just said right here, she's deflecting. It's too late for all this. If she wanted to really be about that life, she should have dropped this 2 months ago. But even more than that, she should have addressed the issues that are really out there. Okay? Hold on. And hear me. CL Smooth. Notice I said, I don't know. So I'm not saying that he wasn't throwing up a gang sign. And I do know the gang sign that people have told me it was. I also have heard the middle finger thing too. So my goal, my aspiration is not to adjudicate whether or not he's throwing up a gang sign, because I can see why somebody would say that. So I don't have any smoke for you. I have no disagreement with you or the person that says that it's a middle finger. I hope we can still be friends. I'm not arguing whether or not it was or wasn't. All I'm saying, however, is in my mind, that's not the issue. The issue is Tiffany. And I think this video was really meant to get us to look at Jedediah as, now there's some, again, Jedediah as a problem instead of Tiffany. Let's go.
Okay. So, what I understand,
What's up, man? What's your name and badge number?
I'll say 114.
I'm trying to get their attention. I'm trying to get in there.
Yeah, they got your attention because they called us.
Good. So I said, all right, it's cold. Let me step right here too.
No, they don't want you to go.
But you came in, you went in there.
You get it? Do your job. I get it.
Mike, I don't say that lightly.
Wait,
he
okay.
actually has been.
I watched that live stream where Kamal came out and they were at the courthouse or whatever like that. I wonder why they cut it off, because that's a very inappropriate place that they cut it off. It's kind of like you end a movie. You end the movie right at the, when the superhero, the hero's about to win the day and you cut it off. Like, why did y'all cut it right there? That just seems really weird. And by the way, again, the music, y'all, that music is diabolical. They got the most They went back in the crates, man. They went and found the most diabolical music possible to try to build up emotion in this story. Let's go.
And stalking the mayor when she's with her family in her private time. He has come to her home.
I'm not coming to you, bitch. You come to me.
People saying you went to her.
Okay, I'm sorry. I cannot, under any circumstance, support that happened outside of her mom and dad's house. I'm sorry. That was a lap too far. That was a lap too far. I don't condone it. That was wild. That was just wild. But again, the issue at hand is not Jedediah. The issue at hand is Tiffany Henyard. And I think the Bo Brindley and whoever put together this video, Tiffany Henyard and her crew, really want to play like a visual 3-card Monty to get you all off base, all discombobulated and looking at Jedediah, rather than, again, if you remove Jedediah from the equation, there's still all of the issues that Tiffany Henyard that lay right at her doorstep. That's the problem. That's the issue at hand. It's not this man right here. Now, somebody said they say he's a menace. I can't disagree with you. Now, whether or not he's doing the right thing, we can have that discussion. But what is he doing the right thing? Exposing Tiffany Henyard and her flaws. Can we talk about those flaws and not about Jedediah? That's all. Let's go.
Mama house. You went to her mama house. You didn't expect for her to respond? Absolutely expected for her to respond.
To create a spectacle. And when that happened, the mayor even went so far as to pursue a restraining order against him at the beginning of January. And this is the guy that came into town hall and had this interaction that led to the violence. At the meeting, when we really look
Okay.
at the video, if you take it frame by frame, what hasn't been reported, but what is there, is that this guy, Jedediah Brown, didn't just come into the meeting. The man was armed with a knife. The man drew that knife, and the man swung that knife at Kamal Woods.
All right. I know I just literally just said I can't condone Jedediah's behavior, but Mr. Brindley, sir, you are full of hot air. You are going to have to show literal receipts that Kamal Woods went to the hospital. Why was Jedediah not arrested on that night? Nobody was arrested, truth be told. So if you're saying that Kamal Woods was cut, lacerated by a knife, and he went to the hospital, Brindley said hospital. I think that was super problematic because I think Jedediah has definitely a case of asking for that evidence and proof that he went to the hospital. Because if he didn't go to the hospital, then right there right there on the onset, because you lied. If the man didn't go to the hospital, because then if he went to the hospital, then the police would have come back and done a report, even if they didn't come at the initial brawl. If you go to the hospital and say, hey, I was stabbed at the village hall or town hall, we're going to stitch you up and we're going to call the police. Officer Friendly comes in and said, tell me what happened. Yeah, I got stabbed. Well, can you tell me a little bit more? Here, here's a video clip. You saw the brawl. And there's no way in the world you can convince me that no police report was filed. Nobody went to jail. Nobody did anything. And you were stabbed. I'm sorry. That one was, that's not going to fly. Let's go.
Mr. Woods did not lay a hand on anybody prior to being attacked physically by Mr. Brown. And a second person who's seen in the fight, who's not just a citizen either. That individual is a former employee of Dalton, fired.
I think, and I'm going to go off on a tangent in a few moments. So I'm just going to give you a fair warning in a moment. I'm going to tangent. I'm going to rant, and I'll probably be loud. Did Tiffany Henyard have a relationship with Lavelle? In the chat, let me know. Didn't she have a relationship with him? So for her to pose him only as a fired employee, only reason he's up there fighting is because he's a fired employee. Ma'am, no, he's a little bit more than that. He's a little bit more than that. So The idea and the notion, this attorney is nasty, nasty work. And that's not being honest. And that's why I don't think this is going to land, just like last night's video that she didn't land like she wanted it to, because she's not being honest. This is her ex-boyfriend fighting her current boyfriend, who's married, by the way. That's crazy. That's nasty work, y'all. That is some nasty work. Y'all need to start looking at the Real Housewives of Dalton, the Real Housewives of South Village, Southland, please me. The Real Housewives of Southland, because Tiffany Henyard needs to be in that reality show. This is crazy. Let's get going. Let's go.
For hiding his sex offender status.
That's
okay. And somebody mentioned it. I'm sorry, the chat has been crazy. Thank you. There's 330 y'all in this chat. Thank you so much for rocking with me. That means a lot. Somebody already mentioned that this gentleman his history was known to Tiffany before she hired him initially to be a code enforcer. So I saw that in the chat. I cannot confirm or deny. I just don't believe she didn't know that a friend of hers from high school had been in jail for 20 years, pops back up, and y'all didn't talk about that? Oh, and by the way, y'all was engaged in, adult happy time together. So you mean you want me to believe, Tiff, I want to make sure I'm following along with what I'm supposed to believe, Mr. Brindley, that she has adult happy time with a former friend that she knew from high school who had just mysteriously been missing for about 20 years. And she didn't know that he had been in jail. Okay. All right. I just got to make sure I understand exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, because that also does, if she had admitted that that was her boyfriend, that also would put her in peril because she's a single mom. So she put her daughter in the hands of a man that is an S offender. See, the recklessness, that's what I'm saying. Tiffany Henyard talks too much. She talks too much. And every time she does, she puts something else out there, another breadcrumb that gets you looking in another direction. And you're like, there's another problem. So if you were dating Lavelle and he was around your daughter, I'm pretty certain that he shouldn't have been doing that. And then you put him in position to work. He's a code enforcer, so he goes in people's homes. What if they have daughters? What if they have they're women, period. Ma'am, you are totally reckless. And see, the problem is, again, she's putting all this stuff out there, and a good lawsuit would require something simple like, can you show me his employee file? How did he get hired for this role? That would be a mess, because most of these people were hired by her at the beyond the trustees. So, yeah, this is going to be a mess. I am sorry. There is no way she's going to make this right. This is not the flex that she thought it would be. I'm sorry. Let's go.
Because Redmond is listed as a child sex offender on the Illinois State Police Registry. He served 24 years of a 50-year sentence for taking part in the brutal gang rape and beating of 2 young girls in the Roseland neighborhood in 1991. News reports at the time say Redmond was one of 4 young men who kidnapped the girls and took them to an abandoned garage where they were sexually assaulted and beaten with boards and guns.
And these are the 2 people that attacked Kamal Woods, one of them with a knife that somehow he was able to get into that meeting through the security. And in that circumstance, these men are attacking him with a deadly weapon, and the mayor, fearing for his safety, did go toward that crowd, risking getting hurt herself. But he was at risk.
Okay, y'all, here comes my rant. Y'all, this girl, you do realize that Kamal Woods is married, right? I'm sorry, there's only 2 statuses. You're single or you're married. Even if he's separated, even if they don't like each other, it doesn't matter. They're married. He's married. So she's out here fighting for a married man. She's out here fighting, risking her life for another woman's husband. Y'all, make this make sense to me. Make this make sense. What did Phoenix say? Phoenix said she can't be on Housewives of anything because she has to probably never will be a wife. Shots fired. I see what you did there. Thank you so much for the $5 super. But a lot of these people on these housewife shows, they're not really housewives. They're not wives either. So some of them are at best side third chicks, right? So she could still be on there. She could still be on the Housewives of the Southlands. Come on now. But back to my point. Tiff is out here risking her life. She sees a knife, and so she runs to the fight, which, by the way, yesterday in the video, she was talking about they didn't have enough security. That's why she doesn't come to the board meetings. But she'll run into a melee. She'll run into a mall when there's allegedly a weapon being used. She'll run into that, but she won't just come to the board meeting to work. I know. I'm supposed to follow along. I'm supposed to believe the lie. I apologize. My bad. I'm over here using logic. Man, that doesn't even make sense. But you're out here fighting for somebody else's husband. Make that make sense. You're so strong and so powerful that you got to rent a husband. Come on. Come on, man. And don't you dare tell me that Kamal was standing up for her rights or standing up for her name. Fool, you're married, my guy. You are married. I cannot take these people seriously. Somebody's going to have to tell me that this was an extended Saturday Night Live skit, because this is what this is. This is comedy in the worst form. Let's go. Oh, wait.
This is her boyfriend. This is an important man in her life.
Okay, you got to back it up. This is her boyfriend. It's an important man in her life. Is he important to his wife? What about to his kids? You think he's important to his children? Come on. Bo, you can't be this nose blind. I know she paying you. I don't know who paying you. Somebody's paying you to do this, Bo Brindley. I understand. But, sir, come on, man. Wait, let me bring that back. Bring that back.
Risking getting hurt herself. But he was at risk. This is her boyfriend. This is an important man in her life. Her source of support. And he was being...
How was he hurt? Okay, I told y'all. That's why I played it through the first time, so that we can at least get through here without Jason's color commentary. where Kamal is her source of support. I don't think that man thought of that. He was freestyling. All the other things he's doing, he's literally reading off a page. I think he was freestyling right here, and he really stumbled on that. How is Tiffany... I'm sorry. How is Kamal her source of support? I would love to know. I would love to know. Oh my gosh. This is the worst comedy skit in the world. I'm telling y'all. Saturday Night Live needs to work on their writers, because y'all got to get this thing up to par, because this is just not it.
Threatened with a deadly weapon, and that was going on at the time. The story has been reported as if the mayor's boyfriend caused the fight and the mayor jumped in it. But that is simply not the truth.
So the fight would have started if Kamal had stayed in his seat and didn't say anything. I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering, would the fight have started if Kamal just said, man, I'm about to catch him outside? Or would it have started if that had happened? If he just said, man, he talking smack to my girl, I'm going to go get him outside. I don't think it would have. I don't think, because again, if you watch the tape, all of us probably watch the tape entirely more than we want to admit. We see that Jedediah was not engaging with Kamal. That we saw. So whether he had a weapon or whatever is, we're going to talk about that in a second. But he was going to go sit down, and Lavelle was just there in between them. Now, I suppose that they probably knew something was going to pop off, but that's beside the point. If Kamal had not gotten up and subsequently got into a verbal spat with Lavelle, I don't think any of this would have happened. That's my point. All right, let's go.
And the video itself, when taken piece by piece and looked at frame by frame, shows it. But literally, so far, nobody seems to care. No, I haven't seen anybody that cares about that fact. That's extraordinary. You know, Mr. Woods spoke to a stalker who just made inflammatory.
Okay, so if he had not got up right here, not trying to say that again, don't give me that he's some moral character, because this is a whole married man. So all of that bravado, you can go ahead and save that for somebody that's stupid, because I'm not going to roll with that. You are married to another woman, Mr. Woods. Mrs. Woods is watching her husband. Baby Woods are watching their dad fight with somebody at town hall for a woman that's not their mom and is not their wife. Make that make sense. dearwokec@gmail.com. So I don't care. I don't care. You could be saying something nasty and mean about my neighbor. She's a pretty nice lady. I like Barbara. You could be, Jedediah could say some terrible things about Barbara. I ain't worried about it. He can say some terrible things about Kirsten next door. I ain't worried about it, because they have husbands and their husbands could do whatever they want to do about that. I ain't got no business in there. I'm worried about Whitaker Park right here. Woods need to be worried about Woods. Home, bro, you are married to another woman. And I'm not going to end on that. I'm never going to get off of that. You have a whole bona fide wife. And you fighting for your girlfriend's honor? Boy, sit yourself down somewhere. Sit your whole self down. You just as wrong as today is Wednesday and it's raining outside. You just that wrong, and you're not going to get right. So there's no way to make it right. So all of this fighting for her honor and he was a stalker and he said this, that, and the third, it don't matter, because you married. You should be stalking your wife. You need to be worried about your kids. Jason, dearwokec@gmail.com. I don't care. So I'm not going to give you any shade or cover. So because Bo Brindley brought himself out here to excuse bad behavior, I'm not going to do that. And just because Tiffany's sitting there nodding her head like a bobblehead, now I'm not going to do it either. Baby, you wrong too. You just as wrong. There. Somebody need to tell it. That's the problem. Nobody cares enough about Tiffany to tell her that she's wrong. That's the problem. And I'm going to go real far, and y'all going to really get mad. Her mom and daddy need to tell her. Because clearly her mom and daddy are alive. Y'all let your daughter run around with a married man? Y'all let your daughter run around with somebody who is an ex-offender around your granddaughter? Okay. Then you deserve all the smoke that you get. Because watch this. I'll say this. If mom and dad had told Tiffany that you wrong is 2 left shoes and called her on the carpet, I bet you Jedediah wouldn't have been outside their house. Not excusing Jedediah, because I don't think that's appropriate either. I don't think that's appropriate. What I am saying, however, hear what I did say, mom and dad are not putting their foot down and saying, baby, you wrong. Baby, that's inappropriate. I don't think anybody in this chat, there's 465 people in this chat. And I'm going to go on a limb that many of y'all have liked this video, would not be okay watching your family member behave like this. If you would not approve of your sister, cousin, nephew, wife, husband behaving like this, could y'all hit the like button? Just go hit that like button right there. That's a great way to help out. But even more than that, you probably wouldn't let your family member behave like that. Your own daughter messing around with a married man. You find out that your daughter is dating, your daughter is dating somebody who spent 24 years in jail? And you like, yeah, that's fine. Around your granddaughter? That's the problem. None of these people are being adults. None of y'all is being adults. DearWokec@gmail.com. I'm going to get in trouble for this, but I'm okay with that. None of y'all are acting like children. Y'all are acting like this is a doggone Disney rom-com or something. This is real life. And you got that baby, because, Tiffany last night brought up her daughter, blah, blah, blah. I got a 5-year-old daughter, but you didn't have no problem bringing your 5-year-old daughter around an ex-offender. Okay. You ain't got no problem bringing your 5-year-old daughter around your married boyfriend. Y'all, come on now. I these people are not serious. And y'all, again, I'm an undocumented Dalton resident. I'm an undocumented Thornton resident. I give shout out to y'all. Y'all, I do pray for y'all. I do, that y'all get good leadership, because it's sad to watch, man. Some of the people I met from y'all, from your area, y'all are some nice people, man. Y'all some good folk, and y'all want good stuff, and I want good stuff for you. Tiffany is not it, but somebody gonna have to tell her that she a whole bona fide stir-fried GMO infused fool. Ma'am, you up on here, you are over here trying to justify you sleeping with a married man and him getting into a street fight with your ex-boyfriend who was an S offender, and as if that makes sense. No, she probably won't. But I'm gonna go on a limb, Tamika. I don't think anybody around her has ever. I'm sorry, and maybe they do, but I just can't believe that people around her care enough about her. Yeah, I just don't believe that people around her care enough about her to tell her the truth. And I think that's why she has all them jack-legged, slack-jawed men around her. Look, go down the list. We're not going to delineate it right now because I've done it before, but that's why she have all these slack-legged men around her. That's why she got Keith Price. I'm shouting you out. Michael Smith. That's why she got Quigley. That's why she got these jack-legged men around her, because they ain't got too good scent to rub together either. They're not going to hold her to any standard. Can Kamal bring her up to a standard? What's that guy? William Moore, can he hold her to a standard? Keith? Twins? Any of them? No. They just as dirty and just as clownish as she is. That's why she got clowns and fools around her. Y'all know what I'm going to say. DearWokeC@gmail.com. Email management if you don't like anything that I said. There's 460 of y'all in this chat. Please make sure you email management. Let management know that Jason's too harsh and too mean, but also let them know that you actually hit that like button, because that's powerful. Let's go. I think I'm done with my rant, but I can't be promising. I'm not going to promise nothing. This is dumb.
Inappropriate comments to a mayor. Anybody that talked like that to a mayor of Chicago is going to be out of that room. But it was allowed to happen.
No, I've heard some spicy language geared toward the mayor of Chicago. I'm sorry. Y'all done gave the mayor of Chicago some business. There's some people in Chicago in the chat. Y'all giving the mayor of Chicago some work. So I don't know if I'm gonna accept that y'all that if the mayor of Chicago, I heard y'all give Lori problems. No, I'm not gonna accept that. I'm not gonna work with that. I'm not gonna take that. I think y'all have done that enough. Let's go.
And he's allowed to come in there armed with a knife, and then Mr. Woods speaks to him. All he did was speak to him. He gets attacked by these two guys.
Okay, wait.
And
so he just spoke to him, right? After, let me make sure I got that correct. See, this is the part. Like, Bo, you really playing in people's face, Bo. I don't know if people liked you before, but I don't think people are gonna like you now for sure. You said that Jedediah was armed with a knife. I believe you're gonna have to prove that. So I don't know what the process is. I don't know what the process is, and so I'm gonna let the courts figure that part out. But let me make sure I got this right. You say that all Kamal Woods did was speak to him. So after Jedediah gave her that verbal tongue lashing and ended it by calling her a B, Kamal wanted to get up and say, "Hey man, good speech, man." Is that what he did? Is that what you want us to believe as stir-fried bona fide fools with you? Is that what I'm supposed to believe? Oh, yeah, Kamal wanted to give him, say, "Hey, man, good job, man. Hey, maybe next time, could you, can you do that?" Really? Y'all stop. I backed up a little taste.
And then Mr. Woods speaks to him. All he did was speak to him. He gets attacked by these two guys. And he gets hurt. I mean, Kamal Woods got injured. He went to the hospital.
Y'all go, there you go. That's it. That's the problem. Bo Brindley talked too much. He's going to have to prove that man went to the hospital. He's going to have to prove that. And why was there not a police report filed? Oh, man, please. I beg, Jedediah, please file a false claim against him. Because this is, I mean, he's making a false claim that that Kamal went to the hospital. If he did not go to the hospital, then there's a problem. If he went to the hospital, then there should have been a police report because he was stabbed. And there we go. That's going to be problematic. Somebody going to be in trouble for that. That little phrase right there. Great job, sir.
All of this is borne out by the video evidence. But that's not.
But there is no video evidence. Oh, because then that would mean that there would be video evidence that he went to the hospital. So we can go ahead and ask for that video evidence on that day that he went to the hospital.
Not the story being told on TV. That's not the story that's told in social media.
It's me.
This is about a corrupt mayor causing a brawl in town hall. Yeah, that's sensational. That gets clicks and all that.
With breaking news, a fist fight breaks out at Tiffany Henyard's Thornton Township meeting tonight.
But it has nothing to do with reality. Truth is overawed by spectacle and sensationalism.
Okay, he's just reading this off of his notes. And I don't like that part because it doesn't sound genuine. He's literally just reading that off of, again, it could have been something that he wrote, but at least commit it to your memory, my guy. Like, care enough about it to memorize it. Let me back up just a little smidgen and y'all can hear it again. Yeah, this is going to be problematic. They really should not have done this. And there's going to be, and we haven't even gotten to what I think is the most egregious part of this yet. And that's on the back half of this little comment that we're about to listen to. Okay, let's go.
Town hall. Yeah, that's sensational. That gets clicks and all that.
With breaking news, a fist fight breaks out at Tiffany Henyard's Thornton Township meeting tonight.
But it has nothing to do with reality. Truth is overawed by spectacle and sensationalism. And that event at Town Hall and the way that it's been handled is really a microcosm for how Mayor Henyard's been handled for months.
Okay, real quick, because I see a great comment right here, and I don't want to stop, but I do want to address this comment. Okay. And what is CL Smooth? I want to say C.S. Lewis. I don't know that name. Every time I see it, I want to say C.S. Lewis. DWC, I recently found out that even if you call the police of an assault, you must go to the station to make a report. Physical police presence in the moment does nothing. Okay, so if I were at home and Lady Dear Woke Christian socked me in the eye and bust my lip and threw me down in the basement, and I call the police with my last gasping breath, I think they're going to come. But even more than that, let's just say Lady Dear Woke Christian busted me in my lip and I go to the hospital and they say, hey, what happened? Yeah, my wife beat me up. I'm a victim of domestic violence. Okay, and they're like, well, we need to let the police know about this. I think the police still need to come. And I could be wrong, but I could still go to the police station and file a report. They're like, yeah, you got to come to the police station and file a report. Why didn't he file a report? No matter what it is, there's a link in the chain that's missing. And that's either A, the link of going to the hospital, or B, the link of the chain going to the police station, or even C, the link of the chain of the police being informed about this alleged brawl for it all at City Hall or Village Hall. There's still too many problems here, no matter what the situation is. The man, I'm sorry, I don't believe this happened. Okay, let's go. Thank you, everybody who's watching. 600 of y'all, 550 of y'all have tapped in. Thank you so much.
How longer? Political enemies put out false stories about a corrupt mayor stealing from the town. That's a story. And those stories get treated like truth. Facts don't matter. Video doesn't matter. All that matters is what's going to be sensational.
Notice they still never addressed Lori Lightfoot's claims. Lori might have been as wrong as two left shoes, but we'll never know because they talk about, notice they're only talking about the brawl for it all. They're not talking about anything else. He gives a passing glance about a mayor that steals money. Well, prove that you're not stealing. Where's the receipts? That's all you got to do. It's really that easy, but I digress. Let's go.
That's the experience that she's had. Truth overawed by spectacle. And this man, Jedediah Brown, who was at the meeting, is nothing more than a suppose a pathetic symptom of a greater disease. This is a disease of social media fiction metastasizing into popular culture fabric. And that's what this mayor has been experiencing for months, and it's dangerous.
All right. I'm sorry. This picture is not this little clip right here is not a good look for Jedediah. I mean, they're already, yeah, this is not a good look. I ain't gonna lie. But again, this does not take away it. Now, sure, does this make Jedediah look like he's not wrapped as tight or he's got problems? Sure, no problem. That don't change anything about Tiffany, though. Like, because Jedediah attempted his own self-deletion in 2017, therefore Tiffany Henyard is pure as a driven snow. That correlation can't be made. Because Jedediah did this, that, and the third, Tiffany Henyard did not sign those leases for those trucks. No, it doesn't work. The correlation is not there. Again, remove Jedediah out of the equation, you still got the problems of Tiffany Henyard. And we still haven't gotten to what I think is probably the worst thing that she does in this video.
This man's an armed predator who stalks the mayor so he can stream it online. And people enjoy that. He makes inflammatory comments so he can put up videos of himself online, feel important in his life. And other people hear it. Flames of false anger get fueled in violence tactics in this way. And that's unfortunate, but that's the truth.
Residents of Dalton.
Okay, here it comes. Here's the part that really, 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 I feel like, this is the part really, in my opinion, that is super problematic. And I think she's going to get herself in she got herself in a lot of trouble with this one. I think the claim that Jedediah had a knife, the claim that Kamal went to the hospital, those are bad as well. But this one right here, listen to what she says.
As you can see, I have been attacked, stalked by individuals that have been hired by Trustee Kiana Belcher, Trustee Jason House, Trustee Tammy Brown, and Trustee Brittany Norwood. All.
She just said that they hired Jedediah Brown. She's going to have to show those receipts. They hired him? Hired him to do what? I'm sorry. She's going to have to show those receipts. And I don't think you can just say that in a passing glance. Like, oh, yeah, he just hired this guy. I don't think you can say that without being held accountable to say, hold on, you got to give me some receipts on that. You can't just say that. You can't just put that out there. Because she put it out there. Before, it was Bo Brindley that said in the original video that they put out that insinuated that the knife had been there and she ran and rescued her man, all that kind of stuff like that. But now she said it last night. And now this right here, where she's literally saying something as inflammatory as these people hired this man. Let's run it back. Just make sure we got it right.
Stalked by individuals that have been hired by Trustee Kiana Belcher, Trustee Jason House, Trustee Tammy Brown, and Trustee Brittany Norwood. All hired these individuals to come into our town and create chaos. Individuals have so much hate for me that they are willing to do anything to put me, my daughter, my family in harm's way.
Okay, so she's okay with allowing her daughter to be in the presence of an SA offender. She's okay with her daughter being in, and I've seen her daughter run to Kamal and call him dad. I'm trying to find that clip again. But so she's okay with him being the role of a dad, even though he's married and got his own kids and family, that he's just like playing house with you. But that's problematic in and of itself. But let us go back. She is insinuating that, again, she's going to have to prove that. And somebody said it, like, she's going to end up messing around and getting sued for that. I don't see why she's not. I mean, once this video ended, Team House should have been walking into somebody's law firm filing a defamation case, because I don't understand how that, unless she has some kind of master receipts. She can't even find the receipts for the stuff she bought on Amazon. That's messed up, Jason. That's foul. She can't even find the receipts for that. So do you think she has receipts on this? I'm sorry. Let's go.
Hello. How you doing? I'm the advocate that's been challenging Mayor Henyard. I know you're her mom.
What happened?
You're Mayor Henyard's mother, right? Where's her mom available?
Yeah, that was wild. And I think also the way it ends is really a flat tire. Like, you built up all this, and again, he's out there talking to the mom. Okay, no problem, but why not end it on a very clear and concise, what do you want to happen? Or where are you going from here? Or why this is inappropriate? Because again, sure, he shouldn't have been at your mom and dad's house, and I do not condone that. However, again, it was just a flat tire in that regard. This is craziness. And I'm still trying to scratch my head at how you feel like you are morally superior in this situation. These videos are the receipts she claims she got. Okay, not a problem. Is there, Jose, is there a video? And I'm okay with being wrong. Is there a video showing, delineating that Team House hired Jedediah to come to Dalton? Are we talking about Tiff the Grifter? Absolutely. Yeah, I don't. Butterfly Girl, this is a problem, and I said it earlier. There's no evidence that happened except Bo Brindley saying that Jedediah had a weapon. That's the only evidence we have, is them saying it. There's no proof, no evidence, nothing else to corroborate what you're saying. Because you do kind of have a bias toward, or a motivation to tell a story that's maybe not true. So do you have a hospital report? Do you have a police report? Is there a video, something else to externally corroborate what it is that you're saying about Jedediah swung a weapon? There's not another person that said that. Only time that the weapon analogy came in, or the weapon theory, please forgive me, the weapon theory came when Bo Brindley brought it up a week ago. That's the only time people said, hey, what? A weapon? What are you talking about? That was it. Nobody said, man, on the night of, we were all watching it the night of. We're like, man, did you see him with that Bowie knife pull out? Nobody else said that except Bo Brindley. Yeah, two wrongs do not make a right. But you know what? One click makes a like. Come on, you like I did that. Come on, got to give me some love for that. Thank y'all so much, everybody. It looks like 675 are watching this. Thank you so much for tapping in. And we were just going over Tiffany Henyard's newest receipts. I'm going to call it, I'm going to say it's a dud, because I really didn't see receipts. I want like literal receipts. Like, this is me. I went to Sprouts today. Here's the receipt. I want receipts like that show that you did not steal this money. Receipts that show that you did not sign this check. Those kind of things like that, Tiffany. Again, Jedediah, sure, take him or leave him, whatever. If Jedediah was not in the picture, you would still need to answer these questions. The people of Dalton, the people of Thornton Township respectfully deserve an answer to those questions. Whether or not Jedediah is a loose cannon, okay, whatever. I don't think that's the biggest issue. Matter of fact, I know that's not the biggest issue, because it was an issue before Jedediah came. Before he jumped into the picture, it was an issue when you went to Las Vegas. It was an issue before that and before that. So it's not Jedediah, it's you, Tiff. This is just a deflection. Yeah, the music was super. We talked about it. The music, like, they went and got a soundtrack for that joint. Okay, look, I want, and sadly, I think it's actually, again, poor planning. This video, and again, I don't think that Tiffany is developmentally not able to. I just don't think she has good advice. Somebody that cares about Tiffany should have told her, girl, you need to get ahead of this way earlier. Because now people are already voting. They're already starting to voting, and nobody's going to, this is not going to change anybody's mind. It's not. It's going to make them say, man, like Team House, man, y'all shouldn't have did that. Boop, Team House. I mean, that's all it is. And nobody's going to say, man, I know Tiffany's a low down, dirty, rotten, whatever, but boy, Team House, they selected Jedediah, and Jedediah is not a good guy. So I'm going to go ahead and select Tiffany. Nobody's saying that. Not a soul. I'm just going to say, no, nobody's going to not vote for whomever they were because of this video. In my opinion, Tiffany talks too much. This is going to put her in a, because when she's voted out and there's nothing holding them back from the various and sundry investigations that have been waiting on the highway, just waiting to turn right and make that turn and get on up into Dalton. Once she's no longer mayor, once she's no longer supervisor, and they can go ahead and do what they want to do, I think this video is going to come back to haunt her. And there's still no receipts. Again, like I told y'all last night, I didn't think she was going to drop a video, but I was wrong. But it's even worse because there's no receipts. Yeah, I'm like mom and dad should have been left out of it, in my opinion. And Simon says right here, the first sentence, it's all deflection on Henry's part. Like there's no discussion about the things that she actually did. If you follow her logic, she's done nothing wrong. She's done nothing wrong. That's just lunacy. That's just outright insanity. You can't say that. Make everyone else look like the evil ones to take the attention away from her. Absolutely. That's it. That's all we're doing right now. The poll, will this video change the mind of people about Tiffany Henyard? Depends on the residents Dalton's watching this live. Remember, she's teaching elders how to use computers or devices. I can see that. I got you. Love, help, and out. I can dig that. I can dig it. I hope he does. I hope he does sue. It is legal. I just don't know if Christina, I'm not trying to say, I don't think mom and dad should be on the plate. I'm sorry. I don't think that that's appropriate. If you got beef with me, come to Whitaker Park, email management. We can parse it out. Mama Dear Woke Christian ain't got no deal with it. She don't even know what I'm doing at the time. I'm a whole grown man. She like, whatever Jason doing, y'all go deal with Jason. Don't bother my mom and dad. Now, is she living with the mom and dad? Because if she's just there visiting, I think that's super foul. But then also there's a time limit. There's a time limit to be able to protest outside of, like you can't protest outside the White House after a certain time. I don't know what time it is. I just want to make sure. And I don't think the mom and dad should be on the plate, in my opinion. Yep. And Jose said her receipts keep backfiring because she's wrong. That's the thing. Tiffany could have solved a lot of these problems by just admitting that she did wrong. You know, y'all, I made a bad decision. She blaming it on Keith Freeman. She blaming it on the trustees. She blaming it on the firefighters. She blaming everybody but herself. There's zero accountability in Tiffany Henyard's mind. Yeah, I'm not surprised. And it needs to happen to her. I think, look, if nothing else comes out of this, AD, if nothing else comes out of this right here, I'm paying more attention to my local government. I am. This has gotten me paying attention because I feel jealous looking at how all the people from Dalton and all the people from Thornton are engaged in their local politics. I've never gone to a trustee meeting. I've never done that. So I need to start doing that. So I hope we all at least take that part from here and start getting involved in our local government. You ain't got to be out here politicking and campaigning, and definitely don't be coming outside Whitaker Park, right? But at least be engaged. That's my big takeaway. All right, the video they showed of him about to self-delete, that's the time his child passed away. So the video don't mean anything either. There you go, Rice. But even in that, like, What's that got to do with Tiffany Henyard not handling money correctly? Because the guy wanted to self-delete himself. And I saw somebody else mention that as well. So, sad that, a child passing away. Look, I don't know. So by God's grace, I will not have to close any of my children's eyes for the last time. I pray I will never have to do that. Because I don't know what I would do. So I'm not going to look. I ain't looking at that man. If that's what happened back in the video, was it 2017, and a child passed away? Look, come on, let's stop. Let's be a little bit gracious. That ain't got nothing to do with this, though. That's the problem. It ain't got whatever he was dealing with. God bless him and his family. I pray that he finds healing in that regard. But that ain't got nothing to do with Tiffany and her bad money management. All right, if she was registered there, but I thought she lived somewhere else. Because this is right on the she had just dealt with the whole eviction thing, Pam. So I don't know. I'm not trying to justify it or anything of that nature. I don't know if I would have. If somebody asked me like, hey, Jason, we're thinking about going to protest outside Tiffany's mom's house. She's registered to live there. I don't know about that one. Her mom and dad are seniors. I think at one point her mom was dealing with like some health complications. Leave them alone. Like I don't know about that one. I don't feel good about it. I want to feel good about the things I do. I want to be able to tell my pastor, hey, Joel, I went and did this. And if Joel gonna look at me side, I was like, you went outside the house and did what? At what time? Whose house? I don't want that. I don't want that to say that I did that to somebody's senior. I don't feel good about it. That's just me. Yeah, I want receipts on that one. I want some receipts on that one. And I really hope that Jason House and the rest of them hold her feet to the fire and say, you have to show and prove what you said here, that we hired somebody. You got to show that. This video is on the Facebook page, but I downloaded it because they like to remove videos. So I made sure I have a copy of it. Here, let me just, it's on her Facebook page. I'll drop the link to her first Facebook page. I'll drop the link if y'all promise to make sure you hit that like button. All right. I just dropped the link. See, I'm doing my best. Okay. Hey, hear me. I already told y'all. I got no problem. I wouldn't have done it. If somebody asked me, I would have told them not to do it. But is that her residence? Is that her residence now in lieu of, I thought she was just living at that, whatever that place was when they were about to get evicted and they had paid all the rent up. And I might be wrong. And yeah, I hope I didn't say that it was illegal. I don't think a lot of stuff that he's done is considered illegal. I don't think it is. I just don't think it would necessarily, for me, my sensitivities, I don't feel good about some of those things. But that's Jason. Ain't got nothing to do with Jedediah. You go do your thing. But again, Jedediah is not the problem. I don't even want to discuss that. Jedediah is not the problem. The problem is Dalton is $300 quadrillion million in debt, and it started when Tiffany became mayor. That's the problem. Like, even in this discussion about Jedediah, in my opinion, that's deflecting as well. I don't care about Jedediah. In that regard, he's not the issue. The issue is why is the city, the village, in so much debt? That's the problem. Talk about that. That's what we need to parse through. And in my opinion, they're making Jedediah the problem when really the problem is Tiffany. Okay, lots of good conversation. Oh, and that was, and I forgot about that. Thank you, Courtney Peach. We know she had a microphone in her hand. So, let's not, again, Bo Brindley didn't bring that up, that she ran in with a microphone a blunt object to protect her married boyfriend from her ex-boyfriend, which is weird. Okay? He didn't bring that part up. So even in that, the lawyer is being disingenuous. He's not being a forthright person by saying, hey, she saw him with a weapon, so she's ran in there. Well, don't forget, she had a weapon too. And I think that's interesting that they didn't bring that angle in the video, which to me is problematic. And her receipts are blowing up. They're trash. There we go. Come on. Where's the hospital report? Like, if now imagine, just tell me if Kamal had gone to the hospital. Let's say he got stabbed twice. He got 9 stitches. And he got a discharge form from XYZ hospital. Do you expect me to not believe that Tiffany would be plastering that all over the internet? And pictures, because they say he was cut in the face and his neck. Don't you, am I to believe that he wouldn't have had pictures and they would not have had pictures of that? Okay, all right. That's what I'm supposed to believe. I just want to make sure I believe what you want me to believe, because I got to follow the rules of this weird game that we're in. No, we all know that she would have had them things. She would have made a banner. She would have made a billboard out of it, right? She would have made a billboard out of it if she had proof. He looked all right last night, right? Y'all are wild with this microphone now. Her and her lawyer is going to come put her on. Yeah, I hate it because I think the lawyer, people have said that he's not a good person, but clearly he got on there and just said stuff. Just said stuff. Like, where is your evidence? Where are your receipts? Like Snow said right here. Where are the receipts? No receipts. We're just supposed to take, I mean, technically there's nothing that they showed us except those temporary restraining orders. They didn't show us anything else that was concrete evidence or verifiable evidence, rather, apart from the videos. They didn't show us anything else. Yeah, this is a distraction. She stole money. Where is that money? Why are the people of Dalton, why is the next mayor and trustees, why are they going to be scrambling and scraping, bake selling and yard selling to make up a $3 million deficit? Why is that the case? They ain't got nothing to do with Jedediah. They ain't got nothing to do with snow on the mountain. Nothing. That's got everything to do with you, Tiff. I don't think it was a gold microphone. Y'all love calling out that gold microphone. I don't think she had a gold microphone. I think it was the regular mic. If you go back and look, it was a regular microphone. But she did have a microphone. All right. I don't know. I truly, I don't care. I don't care how Jedediah lives in that area. He lives in Chicago, right? I don't care. It is Tiff. Why are we having a bake sale? Why are we doing yard sales to pay off the debt for the city? That's the problem. That is a question. That is a $10 million question that needs to be asked. It did sound like some old horror movie. It really did. Warren, I was kind of wondering, like, is this some? I hope it's not copyright. That'll make me sad. And she still can't take accountability. Brown Sweet One, still. Oh, let me just tell you right now, Mrs. Yo-Yo Ma, let me just tell you right now, stop waiting. Don't be like In Vogue. You know, I just sitting here wasting my time, waiting on you, because you're going to be wasting your time. It will never come. She's not going to take accountability. This is going to be the narrative that she rides all the way to the end of her mayoral position. She is not going to bring any receipts. Keith Price stated and see, I did see that. We talked about that. I have no idea why. Yeah. Y'all, if y'all came for receipts, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry y'all came for receipts. If y'all came for Tiffany, and I said that she was not going to bring receipts. I did not think she was actually going to drop a video either. So I was like partially right. I was like 50% right, 50% wrong. I didn't think she was going to bring it. I didn't think she was going to bring a video at all. I was like shocked. Whoa, there's a video. That's why I jumped on. I didn't even take time to make a thumbnail. But I also did not expect receipts. So I was like, again, 50-50. I don't think, I don't know about restitution. I don't know. That's a great question. Does Tiffany have to make any restitution at the end of the day of her trial? There's a lot of steps there, Cheryl. Cheryl done went to the end of the movie. We ain't even got to the opening credits yet. She got to get arrested. She got to get indicted. So we got a couple steps to go. I like your thought process though. There was no proof. There's no proof. Just blah, 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 blah. Thank you so much. I've got 200. Let's go to 250. Say less. Let's go. I love it. Thank you. I'm going to say it again. And I brought this question up. How much of this would have been going on if Tiffany Henyard were not engaged? Well, no, it was still going on because she was making bad decisions. But like, how much of this would have been going on? Well, the brawl for it all would not have happened if Tiffany Henyard did not have a married boyfriend. So a lot of her problems come from her bad decision making, and a lot of her bad decision making is because she don't got people around her to say, "Yo, that's a bad idea." Yeah, messing with a married man, that's a bad idea. He's a man of low moral character, and his moral compass is broken. But you probably are not going to rescue and save him. So you probably should get away from him. She don't got no friends that love her. Why y'all talking about, man, about 4 ounces of good air? Oh, good in her. Oh my gosh. Only 4 ounces? Man. You're not going to give her a cool pound, just like at least a pound of it? Man. Yeah, if he stayed in his seat, I wonder if we would be having this conversation. And I'm hearing a lot of people talk about some of these ghost jobs, these do not show jobs that were going on in the village, or Dalton. I'm hearing a lot about that. I didn't know about these. So shout out to those people that brought those up. Apparently a lot of people were getting paid with these no-show jobs. I mean, for crying out loud, Kamal's job is a no-show job. Okay, let's see. Yeah, remember the way she used to get Lacey to bully folk? Man, it was craziness. Y'all in this car wash, man. Living at the car wash. Go put a car emoji in the chat. Spam a car emoji in the chat because y'all got her living in the car wash. Y'all not, I love y'all so much, man. Oh, she living in the car wash. Let me get a car emoji. Where's my car emoji? Just put some car emojis in the chat for living over the car wash. No. Yeah, she's the one that hired him, and she can't say that, and she tried to say like she didn't know about it. Like, please miss me with that foolishness. Please stop. All the stops. Let me catch up. Thank y'all so much. There we go. Spam those. Let's get some car emojis in the chat. Y'all said she lived over the car wash. That thing is hilarious to me. And I do not approve of anybody making a parody song of working at the car wash, living over the car wash. I do not approve of you doing that. I do not. With those AI things I do not approve of somebody taking the time to write a song living over the car wash with that with those Tiffany AIs. I do not approve of it. And I definitely, unequivocally, do not approve of you emailing that to management if you did that. Do not do that. So if you understand what I'm saying, I do not approve of that, and I will not accept that type of shenanigans. So don't email me living at the car wash or living over the car wash AI video. Do not send it to me, and do not send it to management. Do not. I'm just telling you, I do not approve of that. Okay, then I agree, but just show the receipts, and then we can make that, then that determination can be clear. That's all. Yeah, from super mayor to inmate. Yeah, just. And even with that, she can't get away with the fact that, oh, well, notice she mentions, go back to her response video to Lori Lightfoot when she talks about getting the, I think this is the interview with Cleopatra, and she talks about the getting the ice from Amazon. And she says, I asked, I think it was I asked Smith to look at the receipts, and they looked at the receipts and they bought blah, 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 blah. Well, who's they? Who are these people? These pronouns don't make any sense. Like, who did you task to find the receipt? Who looked at the receipt? Where is the receipt? And then who was the one that actually bought it? And she says that they bought ice for the ice rink, and we were like cracking up, like, what are you talking about by ice from Amazon? And we started looking on Amazon, searching on the live stream. But my point is, bring the receipts to these things. She just says it out loud, and there's nothing to back it up. And if the proper steps, because, you know, she always likes to talk about proper protocol, you out of order, so on and so forth, is that you have to make a proposal and the board approves of it, and then you buy it, and you didn't do that, then, ma'am, you're not only out of order. That could be, I think there's an argument to say that that's theft. In my mind, at least. You want her to open up Good Burger? I mean, if she don't go to jail, she needs to be on some kind of reality television show. That's the only thing that she's gonna. There's nothing else that she's useful for except reality TV shenanigans. Keith Price. Why did they not fire Keith Price? I don't know. That's a good question. God's child, Reba. I'm gonna go with Never 30. Let me just check real quick though. Let's jump over and look at her Facebook. I don't see it. I'm looking. We might need to be. I don't know, man. Let's hear. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do something different. We're gonna jump over here and look at these comments. Because some of these comments are, hey, now I'm sure they probably curate her comments, and they probably, you know, try to make sure that wow, there's 77 comments already. So this is the video right here. Let me get you out of the way right here. What we got here? All right, so look at this comment right here from Tiffany as a whole. Tiffany paid this man, our trustees paid this man to come to Dalton and attack me and my family. This is a sick individual who has became obsessed with me. He follows me everywhere and even came to my house where my daughter is. It just saddens my heart that people would stoop this low, all for the seat they didn't earn. I just wanted to show the residents what I've been dealing with. Tomorrow, I will do a live video about the corruption in Dalton. Oh, okay, so it's tomorrow. I guess that's Thursday. Okay. Since fake news won't put my side out, I will. Truth speaks with Mayor Tiffany Henyard. Trustees are corrupt, and they are bringing individuals into our town to keep up chaos and keep us in a negative light. Dalton, wake up. Mental illness is real and dangerous. Why is she bringing up mental illness? Is she trying to say, okay, is she alluding that somebody in this equation has a mental illness? Yo, that is dastardly. This woman is something different. All right, let's jump into these comments. And all these people that think this is a game until it happens to you or your mother, you will feel the same way. The mayor just doing her job with lies and violence coming up on her. No individual is going to stick around if they're doing half the lies they are telling on her. Wake up, people. Okay. All right. Thank you. So again, I think this video was meant to deflect the attention off of Tiffany onto Jedediah, and rather than deal with her issues. So apparently she's doing all the work, apparently, according to this person. He's money hungry and wants to be involved in anything that can make his supporters send him cash apps. All right. Again, all the attention. They deflecting the attention. The blood of Jesus covers you and your family, Tiffany. You need to get the FBI involved. You cannot attack a government official. At the end of the day, you are still the mayor. Wow. Okay. I guarantee you, they've got to be curating these. I can't believe that the first 3 comments are all super positive. When Shianna exposed this man, he is and I was done with him a long time ago. He does things to accomplish what he wants. It was wrong for them people to let him speak that way. He also came back to the courts when he was informed you was there to confront y'all on camera. He's a bully that entertains social media. Okay. Again, they've made the focus by this video. They made the focus Jedediah. And again, I don't think Jedediah is the focus at all. He's a distraction as it relates to the issues at hand. So they can focus on Jedediah and not the fact that you spent this amount of money without the board's approval. So she can talk about whether or not they allude that the board, what did she say, hired? Did she say hired them? Hold on. What did she say right here? Trustees paid this man. Okay. She could allude that they paid him, but not have to show any receipts. All right, we jumping back up in these comments real quick. He's a pathetic excuse for a black man, always with offenders. But what about her? Like, what about her? She was dating one. Let me be the first to tell you, I know the trustees are corrupt. Yeah, there's no way there's no way. They must be deleting bad comments. There's not one comment in here that says, Tiffany, you low down dirty. Yeah, I don't see one of them. I'm not going to scroll through them all, but I don't see one comment that says Tiffany is wrong. All the attention is on Jedediah. That was the point of this. That was the whole point of that puff piece article that she just dropped. But he does stuff, but I don't think he should be the focus. And I think, sadly, they're using this to take the attention off of what she does and put the focus on Jedediah. And to me, that's a non-issue. Because if you remove Jedediah from the equation, they were having problems with Tiffany before. They had already recalled her. They were already having problems. Jedediah is fairly new to this equation post the trip to Las Vegas, if I'm not mistaken. And if I'm wrong, I apologize. But he's fairly new to this equation. They were having problems with her from the word go. Yep, and I think this is a fair equation here, Peter. distract the people, deflect from the problem. That's our merry band of misfits. Y'all are wild. Y'all, thank you so much. Looks like about 300 of y'all have liked this video. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for rocking with me. I appreciate you all checking it out. If you're just hopping in, we were looking at Tiffany Henyard's, I guess, receipt video. I don't know what you would even call it. I really don't. Yeah, I don't think, in my opinion, Jason, by the way, great name. Oh, your name is Caldwell, like Rick Caldwell. Okay. In my opinion, Jedediah is a useful distraction for Tiffany. If she can keep getting you to look over there, Jedediah, stuff he's doing, and not the stuff that we have hardcore evidence about it. Okay. Jason, did you mention that the person she's attacking now was an S offender? Yes. Tiffany was dating as her boyfriend the first year Tiffany was a mayor. Yes. The Lavelle Redmond was actually her boyfriend, not just, and I don't know, Bo Brindley tends to like skip over that part. They were actually in a relationship. Let me find the picture. I think I have a copy of it. I am not the best at categorizing all of my pictures and videos I download. That's one of the things I got to get better at. I got to. All right, let me see. Yeah, she's had a very interesting past. And that's not, in my opinion, that's not the worst. I can't find it. That's not the worst thing that has happened, but they tend to be very partial, if you will, to where they're outraged with Jedediah, but you're not outraged with the fact that you're with a whole married man, your married boyfriend. You're not outraged about that. This is an Alton soap opera. Is the craziest thing I've seen since the U.S. seen in the U.S. Tiffany is so over the top. Yeah, I'm like, this is craziness. I think you're talking about official first lady. I don't know if you're talking about me or maybe you're talking about Bo Brindley, but I feel like they missed a whole lot if you're talking about them. But if I did, let me know what I missed. E. Todd in the building. Did Tiffany say when this big news would be released? No, I think I'm not going to say she's not going to drop it because you see what happened today, right? It's going to be a live stream, she said. So she's going to have to, it's going to probably be around lunchtime tomorrow, I would think, because she's going to need to be, or it's going to be late night because she's supposed to be working. So I can't imagine her doing that and needing to be working. So I think that's going to be where I land with that. Oh, okay. Thank you, official one. Thank you. Yeah, I think the lawyer skipped a lot. Coincidentally, very conveniently, I think he missed a lot. I would love to hear what the attorney that was sitting next to Tiffany Henyard when it all popped off. I would love to hear what he thinks about what happened. What is his assessment? But I know he couldn't speak on it because he's an attorney. But I would love to know, like, what did you see that night? That would be very interesting. I thought it was going to be the big news too, but personally, I think she uses this kind of stuff to keep herself in the algorithm. They mentioned that in the video about the restraining order. They mentioned that in the video. And no, I didn't talk a lot about it because, again, I don't think Jedediah is the problem. Jedediah, in my opinion, is not the problem. Tiffany is. So what's going on with Jedediah and Tiffany and Kamal and all that, in my opinion, that's a side story. The main story is the big heist. The fact that Tiffany Henyard has done all of these shenanigans and hijinks. Anything with the trustees, that's secondary. Anything with Jedediah and all that, that's secondary. Focus on right here. That's what I think. All right. Lavelle, first year as mayor. So how does dating Kamal for 4 years while getting his divorce make that make sense? She lies in her sleep. I look, I'm sure we would need a abacus and a slide ruler to try to figure out this timeline, because I'm sure it's crazy. I'm certain of that. Jed has an active restraining order on Tiff and Kamal. Okay. I think I heard that. I might have seen that as well. So okay. I got you. This is what I'm talking about, Rochelle. He is Tiff's problem. I want to know what happened to the firefighter's pension. Like, what happened to that? That whole thing was a big deal for about a week and a half, 2 weeks, and then you don't hear nothing about it. Donna says she blocked me because I asked her if she was really living in the car wash. Why are you like this? Don't get blocked asking her if she's living at the car wash. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh my gosh. Check my email. Oh no. Oh goodness. What am I gonna see? What is gonna be? Oh my word. All right, let's get this. Oh, please don't. Okay, sorry. My daughter's school also emailed me. I gotta go to the other email. What do we got here? What we got here? Now I do know. Okay, I do know that the Dalton meeting that was scheduled today is canceled. By the way, I do know that. So thank you for that. Let me. You might have already seen this, everybody. So I don't want to assume that you did not. But there was going to be a Dalton meeting today. I forgot exactly what it was for, but let me pull this back in. And it was canceled because y'all got some real weather up there. Y'all got that good old snow up there, so they canceled it. Let me pull this in. And so there it is right there. All right. The Dalton Park District community, due to the precedented, or rather predicted, weather conditions, Wednesday, February 12th, 2025, the Allen T. Sheard Administration Building and the William Bill Shaw Recreation Center will be closed for programs, and programs will be canceled for the day. While our goal is to resume regular hours of operation on Thursday, February 13th, we will update the community of any changes that will arise via email, text, and a robocall, and the Dalton Park District's website and social media pages. The safety of our staff and community remains our top priority, and they encourage everyone to stay safe and warm under this weather advisory. So shout out to the weather people. Thank you so much, Lady Ingram. I know you sent me that earlier, so thank you so much for sending me that. So that's going to mean that they're probably not going to have, well, they will not have they were going to have a meeting today, so they've canceled that one clearly. I do want to bring up one more thing, and I'm not going to keep y'all long. Did y'all watch the video last night that Tiffany did about how the trustees are terrible people and they don't care about the kids and anything like that? Y'all remember that? All right, I want to look up something, and she mentioned something yesterday that really bothered me, and I thought it was kind of inappropriate. And I just want to look real quick and make sure before I jump on it. She mentioned something in the on the call yesterday, the live stream she did. She talked about this program that they offer for children with special needs, like kind of like a little party or some kind of event for them. And I was wondering, and she mentioned it. She said, "You all probably don't know that we have that in the video." And I was like, "Well, if you do it every month and it's for this special community of children, everybody should know about it. Like that should have been pretty guaranteed and sure." But I was wondering, I'm trying to see, do they have a calendar? Do they have it listed on their website at all about this particular event that they offer that she's so proud of and the such of that nature? And I don't see it. And that's, of course, problematic because you said that you do it every month, but there's no, I don't see anything that proves that you actually do it. So, because one of the things was the trustees, of course, said that they don't want to support or don't want to fund those things right now because they don't know where all the money's going. And so I wanted to look and see if it's on their website, and I don't see it. And I'm sure somebody runs across it. Y'all will let me know. Okay. Look in here. I don't see it. I just thought that was interesting that she would bring that up and talk about it, because usually on her page, like they're pretty. Like, let me show you what I'm looking at, so you can. I just find it interesting that she brought that up about that. Of course, the trustees are bad people because they didn't want to fund this event. So I see some events here, and I never saw it. So I see the bus thing here. I see that they're hiring. Okay, let's start over again. All right, they're hiring. There's a bus if you need transportation. There's a senior luncheon. Here's the tech savvy for teaching seniors how to log into various sites and stuff like that. All right, here's Cooking with Tiff. Every fourth Wednesday of the month. Okay. And then there's bingo. But there's no party for children that she said. Now look here. We got the Christmas tree lighting. If you look here, there's the food box registration, Cooking with Tiff, bingo night, tech savvy, and township talk. So when she went in last night talking about how the trustees, let's look at the calendar. Okay. The trustees don't want to throw these parties for these special need children. It costs about $5,000 per month. I don't see anything. I don't see that she ever actually was doing this. So that would make me wonder what was going to happen with that $5,000 if they had given her the green light to use it. What was she going to do with that? Because I've never seen this party before. And if you go back and watch the video, it was kind of long. I can't remember exactly where it is in there. I don't remember exactly where it was in the video, or I would pull it up real quick and look at it. But I just think that was interesting. All right. A written response. Where would it be? Where's the response? In Strand. Where is it? Oh, this is a great question, Etod. Has Tiffany ever made a poster or announcement with her name and face? I think you should have said not on it. That would be a much better question. I don't think she's ever, I've never seen one. Her name is on everything. Yeah, I've never seen one with her face, or without her face and without her name. I've never seen one. Okay, where's this link? Is it on his YouTube, or Where would it be? Where would it be, my friend? Yeah, her and New York from the Flavor of Love. I've never seen that before. She never accepts responsibility. That's the problem. That's really the culmination of that's the big problem right there. She does not take responsibility for anything. Like everything is somehow or another. If you followed her narrative, the only reason things are not done is because of somebody else, not her. And I think that's super problematic. All right. I'm trying to see if I can find this link that you are referring to. All right. Where would it be? I'm looking on his maybe on his community post. No. Okay, I'm looking on Jedediah's page. I don't know where it would be. I'm just looking real quick, and we can drop out of here. I don't want to keep y'all all afternoon. All right, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, lots of good questions as it relates to like Kamal and his business dealings. Like he was always on. Oh, thank you. He's on Dalton Politics. What was I thinking? I'm sorry about that. Could have went over there myself. Oh, they got the South Holland body cam is up. Let me see. Okay, I'm not because I don't know if you do go to Dalton Politics, they have the body cam when the police finally arrived at the brawl for it all. Let me drop that in the link in the chat. That's going to be interesting. I'm not going to watch it on right now because YouTube loves to give you a strike or take down your video because of violence, and I don't know if there's anything in here, so I don't want to set myself up for the wet up. So let's see. Where is his comment? They already given her that work. All right, is this his comment right here? That's Keith. Sorry, I'm trying to find whatever Jedediah said. All right, let's see. I don't see his actual. Oh, here it is right here. Okay. All right, I'll read this. Let's go. Sorry about that, y'all. I found it. All right, let's bring it in. Let's go. All right, let's make this a little bit bigger. And definitely, unequivocally, make this more visible. Let's see. All right, investigate and advocate for immediate release. We, on behalf of INA, find the recent video by Mayor Tiffany Henyard attacking community activist, please forgive me, Jedediah Brown, to be in extremely poor taste and wholly inappropriate. It is deeply troubling for anyone, especially a public official, to make light of a personal crisis that momentarily clouded someone's judgment during a traumatic period. I think you're talking about the whole situation with the pew-pew in the car. Trauma and mental health struggles are real, and Mr. Brown's past experience with self-deletion thoughts should never be used as a tool for mockery or political attacks, instead of fostering unity and addressing the serious issues facing Dalton. Mayor Henyard has chosen to spread false narratives to suit her own agenda. Okay. We want to be clear. Mr. Brown was not hired by the trustees of Dalton. Okay. Contrary to Mayor Henyard's misleading statements, this is just another falsehood in the long string of misrepresentations that she continues to push. Okay. So I want to see what's going to be her alleged receipts. I think that's going to be very interesting. Whatever these receipts are that she alleges that she has. Let's keep going. To anyone struggling with self-deletion thoughts, you are not alone. Please reach out to the National Self-Deletion Prevention Lifeline for confidential support and assistance. Your life matters, and help is available. And then that's just it. Yours truly. This is just the website, different hashtags. Yours truly, sincerely, Investigate and Advocate Leadership. Okay. Shout out to them. All right. Jedediah says that there's no way that he was purchased or hired by the trustees of Dalton. Okay. So the ball's in Lady Henyard's court. But even more than that, yeah, it's on there. Even more than that, I still think that the big issue is not about Jedediah Brown. The big issue is, what did she actually do? Is she responsible for what she's being accused of? That's still, in my opinion, the biggest issue. It's not about Jedediah. It's not about, ancillary things about trustees. Only as much about trustees as did they authorize these purchases? Were they made aware of the spending? Because a lot of this still comes back. Were people told not to give financial information to the trustees? Were people told not to allow the trustees to use the email? Those are things that need to be addressed. Yeah, so it's going to be very, very interesting, though. But thank y'all so much for telling me about that. I'm going to keep an eye on that as well. And also keeping an eye on the fact that we got 360 likes on here. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. All right, let me see what we got. Trying to justify why Tiffany ran into the fight. That's the only reason I can think of. I think they're trying to, they want to justify it, but I think we all realize, and we can say that that's bovine scatology. We know that it's not right. Is that Critical Smoker in the building? Where's Critical Smoker? What's going on? Somebody shouted you out, but I don't see you. Well, shout out to Critical Smoker. Thank you so much, man, for stopping through. I appreciate you if you are, in fact, in the building still. Shout out to you. Have the trustees made it? That's a great question. Let me look over there. All right. No. As far as I know, I'm going to say no. But if they do, we will make sure to hop back in here and talk about it for sure. No, I do not see anything that looks like a trustee comment back. All right. What's going on, Charles? How are you, man? Grace and peace, friend. All right. So if you just hopped in, we were watching. Do y'all want? I know a lot of people have jumped in. Do you all want to watch it again? Just real quick in the chat, if y'all want to watch Tiffany's response video, and I won't comment. I'll just let you watch it unobstructed, uninterrupted. Real quick, just okay, so y'all do, okay, I'll pull it back up if you want, because some people just hopped in and you might not have seen it. So I want to give you a chance to check it out. Is this it?
Violence at the town meeting last week has...
All right, but get my likes up while we're watching this. Hit my likes, though. Go Go hit them likes up, man. Please help your brother out. I appreciate you. Oh, wow. Well, okay. Well, Trill, welcome. We're watching, we've been talking about this video, and I'm going to just play it again, let y'all check it out as y'all get my likes up, though. Shout out to the lead attorney. That's how he always says it. Get my likes up. Get my likes right. Let's watch it real quick, and then you can go back. I've commented about it. I'm not going to interrupt or anything of that nature, but I'd love y'all to check it out. So here it is.
The violence at the town meeting last week has been grossly misreported by pretty much all outlets as far as we can.
At a local board meeting outside of Chicago, with the self-proclaimed super mayor Tiffany Henyard at the center.
The story has been about the mayor getting involved in what we'll call a brawl in town hall. But no one, from what I can see, has bothered to look carefully at what happened. The truth has been lost in the spectacle. And to begin with, the man who started the whole problem that night at town hall is certainly not some concerned citizen who's there to speak his mind. That's how he has been portrayed, but that is false. This man's name is Jedediah Brown. And Jedediah Brown is not just some random citizen who has an opinion. This is a person who's created a whole social media campaign for himself by essentially stalking the mayor.
Out today, this is your boy Jedediah Brown, your own location, reporting to you live at Thornton Township's meeting. I've kind of sort of been out already scouting the spot. Yeah.
So won't be cutting off my camera. Kamal just arrived here and he won't smoke, so I'm definitely, it's cool. And what I'm gonna do is wait for the next resident to go into that building, and I'm gonna ask them if I could be in there with them. Because they shouldn't be able to stop me if I'm just simply here accompanying another resident. This is what one man protest look like. Checking the door. How you doing? You could have walked over here.
So, what I understand,
What's up, man? What's your name and badge number?
Possibly 114.
I'm trying to get their attention. I'm trying to get in there.
Yeah, they got your attention because they called us.
Good. So I said, all right, it's cold. Let me step right here too.
No, they don't want you to go.
But you came in, you went in there.
You get it? Do your job. I get it.
Mike, I don't say that lightly. He actually has been stalking the mayor when she's with her family in her private time. He has come to her home.
I'm not coming to you, bitch. You coming to me. People saying you went to her mama house. You went to her mama house. You didn't expect for her to respond? Absolutely expected for her to respond.
To create a spectacle. And when that happened, the mayor even went so far as to pursue a restraining order against him at the beginning of January. And this is the guy that came into town hall and had this interaction that led to the violence. At the meeting, when we really look at the video, if you take it frame by frame, what hasn't been reported but what is there, is that this guy, Jedediah Brown, didn't just come into the meeting. The man was armed with a knife. The man drew that knife, and the man swung that knife at Kamal Woods. Mr. Woods did not lay a hand on anybody prior to being attacked physically by Mr. Brown. And a second person who's seen in the fight, who's not just a citizen either. That individual is a former employee of Dalton, fired for hiding his sex offender status.
That's because Redmond is listed as a child sex offender on the Illinois State Police Registry. He served 24 years of a 50-year sentence for taking part in the brutal gang rape and beating of 2 young girls in the Roseland neighborhood in 1991. News reports at the time say Redmond was one of 4 young men who kidnapped the girls and took them to an abandoned garage where they were sexually assaulted and beaten with boards and guns.
And these are the 2 people that attacked Kamal Woods, one of them with a knife that somehow he was able to get into that meeting through the security. And in that circumstance, these men are attacking him with a deadly weapon, and the mayor, fearing for his safety, did go toward that crowd, risking getting hurt herself. But he was at risk. This is her boyfriend. This is an important man in her life, her source of support, and he was being threatened with a deadly weapon, and that was going on at the time. The story has been reported as if the mayor's boyfriend caused the fight and the mayor jumped in it. But that is simply not the truth. And the video itself, when taken piece by piece and looked at frame by frame, shows it. But literally, so far, nobody seems to care. No, I haven't seen anybody that cares about that fact. That's extraordinary. You know, Mr. Woods spoke to a stalker who just made inflammatory and inappropriate comments to a mayor. Anybody that talked like that to a mayor, the mayor of Chicago, is going to be out of that room. But it was allowed to happen. And he's allowed to come in there armed with a knife, and then Mr. Woods speaks to him. All he did was speak to him. He gets attacked by these 2 guys. And he gets hurt. I mean, Kamal Woods got injured. He went to the hospital. And all of this is borne out by the video evidence. But that's not the story being told on TV. That's not the story that's told in social media. This is about a corrupt mayor causing a brawl in town hall. Yeah, that's sensational. That gets clicks and all that.
With breaking news, a fist fight breaks out at Tiffany Henyard's Thornton Township meeting tonight.
But it has nothing to do with reality. Truth is overawed by spectacle and sensationalism. And that event at Town Hall and the way that it's been handled is really a microcosm for how Mayor Henyard's been handled for months, if not longer. Political enemies put out false stories about a corrupt mayor stealing from the town. That's a story. And those stories get treated like truth. Facts don't matter, video doesn't matter. All that matters is what's going to be sensational. That's the experience that she's had. Truth, overawed by spectacle. And, you know, this man, Jedediah Brown, who was at the meeting, is nothing more than I suppose, a pathetic symptom of a greater disease. This is a disease of social media fiction metastasizing into popular culture fact. And that's what this mayor has been experiencing for months, and it's dangerous. This man's an armed predator who stalks the mayor so he can scream it online. And people enjoy that. He makes inflammatory comments so he can put up videos of himself online. Feel important because of that. And other people hear it. Flames of false anger get fueled in violence habits, and that's what happens. And that's unfortunate, but that's the truth.
Residents of Dalton, as you can see, I have been attacked, stalked by individuals that have been hired by Trustee Kiana Belcher, Trustee Jason House, Trustee Tammy Brown, and Trustee Brittany Norwood. All hired these individuals to come into our town and create chaos. Individuals have so much hate for me that they are willing to do anything to put me, my daughter, my family in harm's way.
Hello. How you doing? I'm the advocate that's been challenging Mayor Henyard. I know you're her mom.
What happened?
You're Mayor Henyard's mother, right? Where's her mom available?
All right, so that is the video. Those are her receipts that she dropped today. She alleges that she's going to drop more tomorrow. So I got this feeling that she's going to try to drag this out all during early voting so that she can stay in the algorithm. That's it. That's it. Let's just tell the truth. As much as Tiffany talks about people using her face and her name for clicks, guilty as charged, she's just as bad. She's just as bad. She gaming the system just as much as anybody else is, or anyone else that she accuses is of gaming the system. She's gaming it just as much. So it is what it is. Hopefully you all like that. If you didn't see it, well, you can rewind the tape, run it back. I added a whole bunch of color commentary to this, but I think this is not the slam dunk that she wanted. And I will say this again. I think Tiffany Henry talks too much. She needs to put her nose down and go do work and just leave the social alone. But she's addicted to it. She's addicted to the attention. She's addicted to the negative as well as the positive attention. It's not going to happen, Jason. So let her be. Now, I don't think that this is as beneficial as she might have envisioned it to be because, one, she's going to have to prove that these men and women hired or brought in Jedediah, which I think is going to be very, very problematic. I'm sorry. I don't, short of like some pay stubs and, W-2s, contracts, whatever, I don't see anything that she's going to be able to prove that's going to get off of and take the attention off of the fact that, ma'am, why is Dalton in debt? Why is Dalton in debt? That right there is my opinion. All this stuff about Jedediah is like a side quest. The main video, the main goal, the main attention should be on why is the finances of Dalton in shambles. I hear you what you're saying about Jedediah. We're gonna put that over there on the side. I hear what you're saying about this, that, and the third. We're gonna put that over on the side. Why is the why? Because she does not want responsibility. And I actually mentioned this in the video, is that Tiffany Henyard hired Lavelle Redmond. So all this stuff about his past, who hired him? You did, Tiff. So again, don't miss me with the argument that she didn't know about it. Miss me with that. Miss me. Because that's actually secondary to the point. Why is the township in shambles? I mean, the village in shambles financially? Why are they in that position? Tiff, tell us that. That's what we need to know. That's what we want to hear. That's what we want answers about. All this other stuff is just side quests. I agree. It's super inflammatory. And I don't know if I don't think, I feel comfortable in saying, I don't think they thought this all the way through. What's the end goal of this? I don't think that's it. I don't think they thought about what's going to be the move after we're done with this video. I don't think so. All right, what we got here? Lots of good people in the chat. Thank y'all so much, all of y'all, for rocking with me. This was pretty fun. This was an interesting video, to say the least. I did not expect Tiffany to drop a video today. I just knew it was going to be a pump fake, and lo and behold, she did drop a video. I can't believe it. But I will say this: if she's alleges that she's going to go live tomorrow, I don't know. But if she does, we're going to do this again. I probably should make the thumbnail now, right? That's probably what I should do. He said that lawsuit is coming. Yeah, this is going to be wild. Yeah, I don't think this is a good idea. I don't think this is a good idea. Again, shout out, there he is. What's up, Critical Smoker? What's happening, friend? Grace and peace to you, friend. Thank you for stopping through. Excellent content creator out there in Dalton, in the Thornton Township. Does some great content. Actually, we use his stream a lot. So if you don't follow Critical Smoker already, do me a favor and go run over there and check out his channel. And he's already earned your like. He's already earned your subscription. So just go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And then when you come back, hit that green heart. Let me know that you did. Same thing with Lady Luck Club. I know she's in here. If the moderators can drop their links to the chat, that would be super dope. I'd appreciate it. Yeah, shout out to Critical Smoker. Does a great job over there, man. Really appreciate him for sure, man. You really help us out a lot, especially us unincorporated, undocumented Thornton and Dalton residents like myself. Shout out. I see you, Mike. Grace and peace to you, friend. For sure. Thank you so much. Is Lady Luck still here? Like, this is the question. Like, Bridges has a question. I think this should be when all the theatrics is over with, and we, okay, fine. Whatever you think about Jedediah. Okay. But where's the money at? That's the question. That's the question. That's the Tiffany feet to the fire question. Because at the end of the day, when the smoke clears, nobody really is arguing about Jedediah. We're arguing about where is that bread? I got that, but I want to look at it first. Instagram, YouTube loves to take down my videos. They love it. And so even the scuffle that they showed in this video, I'm kind of worried about them taking it down. So I got to look at that video first, the body cam video from the South Holland police. I need to look at it first, because otherwise it's not worth it. YouTube takes my stuff down without prejudice. So I don't want to do that. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be tame. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be any issue, but I want to look at that first, because body cam, anything around possibly some kind of shenanigans, YouTube messes with me a lot. Oh, there she is. What's going on, Lady Luck? Club in the building? I'm in timeout. No, you're not in timeout. You shouldn't be. I apologize if you were. I apologize if you were. Oh, you said it's okay? All right, cool. Then, all right, then, well, with no further ado, then let's go and bring it back up. All right, so now to answer your question, when is the next live stream? The next live stream is right now. We're going to look at the body cam footage now and pull it in very quickly. All right, and Mandy says that it is okay. Street Media Network, shout out to you. Let's pull that in. Again, I've not seen this, so we're going to just watch it. No commentary. We're just going to check it out together. How about that? Let's go ahead with this. If you would do me one favor, make sure you hit the like button. And once you can hear it, can you please drop me a green heart in the chat? Let me know that you can hear. Let's go.
See you guys want. So just make sure when you send it to me, tell me who I should first. Okay? I'm Jamaican. Yep. And here's my digital card on. So you know where to get it.
Fire. You don't need to collect another dime at our township one-way. If they'll lock the aggressor up like that on video, they It ain't even working. He ain't even working. They tried to jump that. They jumped that. Y'all not gonna lock the aggressors up. It's all on video. No, they're not gonna do it. Of course you can. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. Right. They're gonna show. She can show. So I heard you go back, so you can like a slate together. I didn't have to do it. I have Woo!
Huh?
She carries herself like one. At the end of the day, that doesn't mean what?
Okay, I said I wasn't going to throw a lot of comments in here, but we can clearly see here the one, Tiffany did not tell the truth yesterday when she said the South Holland police don't come. They literally came. There's a lot of police up in here. There's at least 9 officers, if not more. Where's the police report? Where's the police report that shows what happened and them saying that there was, blood slung all around and somebody had a weapon, all that kind of stuff? Because this would be here. It would have been brought up. And of course, if he had to go to the hospital, according to Bo Brimley, then there should be a hospital report that they can show. Okay. I think this is, but again, to the point that somebody said right here, all of this is really just a deflection. Where's the money at? Where's the receipts? Okay, let's get done.
Come out right now.
What?
They muted it for some reason right there. They muted it. I didn't mute it. Nothing. I didn't do it. It's them. I have no idea what happened.
Because he knew all this mess.
Okay, I got a question then. If they came, because this makes no sense then at all then. Police came to a possible event. It was so important that they sent 9, maybe even more police officers. I don't know how many cruisers, how many vehicles. And nobody wrote down, nobody took notes, nobody made any notation about what happened. Even if it was like an hour later that they came. Like, that's wild. Like, no discussion about what actually happened. Why are we here? Okay. That's wild. Yeah, again, they're muting it because somebody's saying something that doesn't need to be on tape. Yeah, they muted it. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know why whatever is being said, they should just cut this out. Like, there's no reason for it. Yeah, they're gonna mute it like that. They should just cut it out. All right, let's see what you got, Lady Luck Club. All right, so did you post as a community? Oh, I see it right here. Okay, for whatever reason, I'm gonna just jump forward because this is it's muted and there's nothing popping off. So. They did it again. They are muting like crazy, man. What's the deal real? All right, Lady Luck Club, you had the body cam, the other body cam footage, and I don't see it. Let me look. I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it, friend. I might be wrong, so let me know where it is, Lady Luck. All right, I don't see this right here. They keep muting whenever they're talking, and so there's at least 5 officers right there, however many outside. But and that's an officer too, right there. So that's at least 6 officers. Yeah, this is bogus because they're not. Everything's muted. Yeah, they'll have to show the unedited version if this were ever used in court. They'd have to show the unedited version because now sometimes they might, to their defense, sometimes they're talking about active investigation. They can't use certain things, and so they do block it out. I don't know what's the purpose of sending this if they're still actively. This footage is overly edited. Bad body cam footage. Don't look like this. Feels like they are hiding something. What's up, Hannibal is hungry. Thank you so much for stopping by, brother. Grace and peace to you as well. Y'all know Hannibal. He's a friend of the channel, excellent content creator, making great content out there. Shout out to Hannibal. Shout out to him. Thank you for stopping through, brother. Yeah, I don't like there's no purpose for this. It's not, I mean, literally there's nothing here. I'm not saying be reckless with people's faces and stuff, but I mean, if you're going to block out the entire screen and no audio, I don't know what we're doing. It could be used as evidence, and I'm like, I'm fine with it not having it because this don't make sense to me, in my opinion. Warning, Tiff email going around.
And would. And would. And he was standing right by him.
We got to do a team up? Is that a team up? I agree. All right, shout out. Okay, I promise you, because I've been looking into this guy here in South Fulton, here in Atlanta. We will do I will make sure of it, even if Hannibal's not available. If Hannibal wants to, we can for sure. We will definitely talk about this mayor here in South Fulton because he's a trip. He's a trip for sure. So yeah, we will definitely do that. I'll do that. If Hannibal wants to come on, we can definitely do that one way or another. Do a little dual stream, talk about this guy because he's a trip. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to say that it's like they're covering up or want to use the word corruption. I just don't see what the purpose is. I doubt highly that there's talking about a knife that was used in the thing. I doubt that highly. And if somebody's saying something, maybe they're using profanity, or maybe they're saying something that they can't substantiate. They might want to block those words out. So that might be why they muted it. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt for like 10 seconds. That's all. And then after that, y'all can have Adam. Y'all can have him for lunch. All right. Somebody said, check your email. All right. Why are y'all people like this? All right. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Somebody sent me the adultery and fornication clauses in Illinois. Yeah, like Kamal Woods is not some kind of saint. And to me, I think Tiffany did not do herself a favor. Again, I'll just say that again with this video. Thank you so much, Karen, for that. Tiffany didn't do herself a favor because Kamal Woods is somebody else's husband. Like, let's stop pretending like he's some kind of, you're super noble. You're not. You're sleeping with somebody else's husband. Some woman had to watch her husband on YouTube or on the news fighting with somebody else over you, Tiffany. Stop pretending like you're super noble. You're not. Stop pretending like Kamal is super noble. You're not. Stop it. And by the way, where's the money at? That's what we need to get back to. Where's the money at? Where did the money go? Where's it been? That's the problem. So lots of good commentary. Y'all, I appreciate y'all so much. This was a lot of fun. I'm glad that you all tapped in with me today. I appreciate like 700 of y'all at this current moment are watching. So I really appreciate it. Oh man, I'm also at 500 likes. Give me 4 more likes, y'all. Come on, help a brother out. It lets YouTube know that I'm doing something right. I ain't wasting my time. Yeah, there's a lot of questions. I see people asking about the toy money, the skating rink money, all that kind of stuff like that. Matter of fact, I got do I have the video ready? I think I do. I did a video. I brought together all the pictures that people sent me about the skating rink. And I'll just show you real quick. Because we keep cracking jokes about the skating rink. The skating rink gets a lot of attention, especially with the $47,000 in ice and the such like that. Where is it? Hold on, Jason. $47,000 in ice and the such like that. We keep talking about it, but all right, so bring this in. And just real quick, and if you live in Dalton and you've seen this thing, you're familiar with it. I had never seen it up close until I gathered all these pictures that were sent to me and clips that were sent to me. So this is the best I could put together. All right, so here's the skating rink. This is the outdoor skating rink. This is when it was painted. I guess it was new and fresh. All right, here it is. One in the chat when you can hear.
When the water and the ice get out here, y'all, when they gonna be off the chain, y'all? We like to wait, Captain welcome, Money Mike, all the way from WTCI, 107.5. Let's go.
I mean, it looked like a nice skating rink to start with.
Hello, my love, I heard a kiss from you. Red light set to let me put you. All through the morning rain, the sound of the night, rainbows and waterfalls run through my mind. In the garden, I see what purple shower down to and frozen little cousins destiny. When you think I'll be so happy now, these flowers echo from my chilly. Feel sunshine spark with making you the playground.
How long has the skating rink been there, y'all?
Is it cool? Is it cool?
How long has it been there? Because now look at it. All right, so these are just some up close, some stills. Yeah, I like to say that I don't think that they thought some of these things out in their fullness, because that slick surface that you saw them skating on, that clearly was going to deteriorate over time. You should have known that was going to happen. That didn't look like, I was surprised it lasted. Somebody said it's been here for 2.5 years. I'm surprised it lasted that long. That doesn't seem like something that would have deteriorated pretty quickly with the Chicago weather, just the amount of snow that y'all get and so forth. It just looked like that would have ruined it quickly. And then somebody asked about the ice. Yeah, I have no idea why that was $1.4 million. Somebody asked about the ice. So apparently what Tiffany bought on Amazon, according to her testimony, was $47,000 worth of these tiles that are called imitation ice tiles that they were going to lay down in there and allow you to ice skate during the winter. So you roller skate during the spring and summer, and in the fall and winter you can ice skate using these faux ice tile things. I've seen them. They make sense. I just don't think that they make sense here. If you look at on Amazon imitation ice tiles, you'll see it and you're like, okay, that makes sense. Again, it just doesn't make sense right here. And so my question is, yeah, it's epoxy, but it doesn't look like it lasted long, because you see in the video and the pictures, if you go back, let me pull it back up. When I go back, that epoxy is definitely giving up the ghost pretty badly right here. That epoxy is just completely deteriorated. That's going to need to be stripped up and redone for sure. So my question is, again, back to Tiffany, we're asking you questions. We're not fighting about Lavelle. We're not worried about Jedediah. We're just asking you, I guess this would be my question, where are the ice tiles at? Where are they? Like, where are they physically located? The $47,000 worth of ice tiles, which, by the way, is a lot of ice tiles. We actually pulled up the dimensions of it and measured an Olympic-style hockey ring. And that's enough to do an Olympic style, like a professional hockey team, hockey rink. This is not that. So where are these tiles? Where are they? There we go. If they got a refund, that's even worse, because we were actually speculating that they bought them and then sent them back. WMOW 101. We actually speculated that they bought them and sent them back and took the refund and did something with the refund. Because then you could show, like, here's the receipt. I bought these tiles. Just, I didn't show you the receipt that I refunded them back. So, yeah, this is pretty wild. But I'll drop this video. It's on my channel. I just didn't make it available. I'll make it available tomorrow. If you want to look at it. But I just thought it was really interesting that this is the outdoor skating rink. This is the skating rink that she was so proud of. And like somebody asked, like, how many residents really are out here skating? like she does things for like one particular group of people, like bingo. And she spends a lot of money on that. But that doesn't benefit the other people who are maybe younger or they don't like bingo, whatever like that. But then she does a skating rink, which benefits only one population of people. And again, it's just the same thing. Like, she does these segmented silo type events that, in my opinion, are money laundering. There's a way to waste money in these things and nobody notices that the money is being wasted. That's my little 2 cents. I can't find a way to prove it. That's just my speculation based upon information and belief. That's what I think happened or is happening. Okay, but watch this. I thought about this. If I buy this cup off of Amazon right now, I'll get a receipt. I'll print that receipt. I'll show my wife, look, babe, I bought this cup from Amazon. And she's like, okay, great. I come back in my office and I refund it to it. I don't need to show her the second receipt. That's my thing. Now, If she goes and looks in the Amazon account, she will see that this cup was refunded. But if she doesn't go to the Amazon account and she just takes the receipt that I gave her, it's a wrap. And so I don't know if, I don't know what the trustees or what Lori Lightfoot was able to see. Was she able to see the active Amazon account or just the receipt that was given to her? I don't know. Right. Where are the Amazon receipts? Where are any of the receipts? Let's just tell the truth. Show us any receipts. At this point in the game, we'll just be happy to show us your quick trip receipt. We got gas this morning. I'll be happy if you can show me your Costco receipt when you got your lunch at Costco. Something. Show us a receipt. Yeah, it's supposed to be some pretty bad storms up there today. Or snow, rather. Yo, wow. But if I don't show you my account finding good, because see, you trying to think, you're looking for the good. If I don't show you my account, if I just say, hey, here's a receipt, the paper receipt of my Amazon purchase, you don't know that I actually refunded it a week later, 2 days later, whatever. That's my thing. You got to see the actual account. And it doesn't sound like Lori Lightfoot had access to the actual account. Because then you can see, I bought some socks last week. I don't know. That's a great question. Are they using a personal account? I don't know. Is it the Dalton account? Mm-hmm. It's a kickback. Then put her loved one. Yeah, her daughter's name, Justice, is on the skating rink. The Dalton doesn't have its own Amazon account. Okay, so it's somebody's personal account. See, that's going to be problematic. Wait. And eating the Costco food too, proving receipts, Tiffany. Yeah, I want her to give me those receipts. That's my problem. I'm like, there's no receipts being manifested. We need receipts. That's the thing. If you have the receipts, but let's back that up a taste. And I'm gonna use what young lady said here. That should not be the case anymore. The lady and son. If the village doesn't have an Amazon account, then the village can't use Amazon. The village needs to have its own Amazon account. You should not be using your personal Amazon account, albeit we all do it. We've all done it, okay? When I was a school teacher, I bought stuff from my classroom. I bought stuff from my Amazon account and got reimbursed or whatever of that nature. So I'm not mad at you. But maybe that should be like on day number 3, that should be an executive order for the new mayor. Get your own village account. So if the village needs Netflix for some reason, the village has its own Netflix account. You should not be using people's personal accounts for anything moving forward. That should just become the new standard. Because I think that's probably what happened. They used somebody. This is probably exactly what happened. If the village doesn't have its Amazon account, I use my Amazon account. And I bought $47,000 worth of ice tiles to make this imitation ice rink. The boxes get delivered, and I say, I don't want these. And I send them back. And I refund that $47,000 to my account. We off to the races. We are now off to the races. I'm going to go buy my Hellcat, and I'm going to put some new rims on that thing. I mean, really. That's probably what happened. I'm going to go on a limb as probably more likely what happened. What does the trustees don't have to do with the brawl for all? That wasn't there. I agree. The trustees have nothing to do with that, but she brought them up as it relates to the Jedediah coming to Thornton. She said that the only reason Jedediah is in Thornton Township and in Dalton, respectfully, is because the trustees from Dalton hired, that's what she's alluding to, hired Jedediah and brought him in. That's what she's saying. I don't agree with that, Spencer, Letitia Spencer. I don't agree, but that's what she's alluding. So tomorrow, allegedly, she's going to bring out the receipts on how the trustees brought Jedediah to Thornton Township, or I'm sorry, Dalton. But if you watch the video she did last night, you'll understand why I'm having a problem with Thornton and Dalton, because she mixes them up in there as well. She mixes up what happens in Thornton, what happened in Dalton. She's talking about, she's talking to the Thornton people about electing her as mayor of Dalton. It's it does get confusing. So have mercy on me, even though, you know, Tiffany, she grew there and she's still messing it up. Hey, I'm returning my microwave to Amazon. It's been a week since I hit that pizza button and they have not delivered. You are out of control. I'm glad I read that. That was funny. Shout out to Star. That was great. All right, y'all, I appreciate you. They would refund. So I've returned several things. You all know I have a studio here at my house as well as a studio in Marietta. And I've bought tons of stuff and sent it back. You can get immediate store credit. So I could literally call Amazon right now, go on my Amazon account and say, hey, I want to return this cup. And they will give you credit immediately for the cup. They just say you got 5 or 7 days to send us the cup back. You could do that. Or I can say refund me in cash, refund the credit card that I used, or I can give a different credit card. But even if I get a store credit, it won't show on the Village credit card that I got a store credit. And then I can just go to town. I can buy all kinds of stuff. You give me you give my wife $47,000 on Amazon. It's a wrap. It's going to be a thing. Let me show you real quick. I hope that made sense though. And I'm not like, aficionado in returning stuff to Amazon. I got some sister-in-laws that could teach a course on it. All right, so if y'all were ever wondering what would happen if this would be what my house would look like if you gave me $47,000, gave my wife $47,000 in Amazon credit. That's what my front door would look like. That's it. So yeah, it don't matter if she got the cash credit or what. Like if you just gave her a free reign, unrestricted between her and the girls, that's what my front door would look like. And it probably looked like that several times a day. So I hope y'all get the imagery there. That was CNN. Shout out to CNN. I appreciate you, CNN. For the joke. If she produces a legitimate, right. I think we're official first lady. I think you're safe. I think you're safe. You'll be safe here. I don't think you're going to have to disappear because I don't think she's going to. Like I'm, following her logic. Okay. Following the path that she seems to have traveled. Let me grab this one real quick. DWC, you don't understand. No government Amazon account. Got you. But all Amazon purchases were made, got you, with a government credit card. Got it. Okay. So this is my only question. And I don't know. So I'm not trying to pick a fight in Strand. I'm not picking a fight at all. If I use the government credit card to make a purchase, bought this cup, and then I refund it, does it have to go back to the card? Or can I get Amazon credit? That's my only, and I don't know because I don't have any government cards. I only got my own card. So I don't know how that works. Does it have to go back to the government credit card or can it go just be a store credit? Because if it's a store credit, it's a wrap. because it's a person. Again, if you're saying that there's no government Amazon account or official village Amazon account, I'm just wondering. So they're using individuals. They're using Jason's. They're using Tiffany's. They're using somebody else's Amazon account to make this purchase. Does that money have to go back because it's a government card? Does it have to go back to the government card, or can it be a store credit? If it's a store credit, it's over. If it's a store credit, let me show you what it's going to look like. Bang, that's what it's going to look like. That's going to be it, because that's what's going to happen. They would refund the original method of payment or store credit. That's what I'm saying. If it's store credit, I mean, that's a form of money laundering. That's what I'm going to call it, in my opinion. So if I use this, so I don't think the argument about Tiffany might have swindled, might have shanghaied, finessed that $47,000. I don't think that's a lap too far, because nobody's been able to show me, and I've had 4 people that live in Dalton send me pictures from the ice rink, skating rink, whatever you want to call it. Nobody's showing me a picture of the ice. I'm starting to think that maybe the ice doesn't exist. Yep. Yeah, I'm right. So I'm thinking, just wondering, did they make that purchase and then refund it, and then they went off to the races? I'm just a speculation. I'm just hypothesizing, just throwing out some ideas to stir the pot, so to speak. And then also, I just wonder, like, is this what her doorstep looked like? Is this what her doorstep looked like? Because that 47,000, it stretched pretty far. I'm just wondering. All right, y'all, let's get out of here. Well, show exactly, follow the money. Yeah, I think now, if you can see the actual account that made the purchase, if Lori has access to that, or the auditors have access to the actual account, so I can sit down at the computer and look at the account and look and see it was refunded, then that's a different game. But if I just got to accept that you gave me the receipt that you made the purchase, now I don't think that's going to be as useful and as helpful as before. That's my little 2 cents. All right. Looks good, my good people. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. Thank you for getting into the best live chat on the internet. I appreciate all of y'all. Thank you. It's been a lot of fun. I do want to say that if there's any more news tonight, I'll jump back in tonight. We have family dinner and prayer at church. But once that's over, if there's something else popping up, I will gladly hop back on. Lady Luck, if the request was that we do a mashup, so I guess you're going to shoot me an email. We can figure out how we're going to do that. Hannibal, same thing. Shoot me an email. Maybe we'll do like a collaboration or something. Get over here and talk about some hot topics. We need to talk about my guy down here in South Fulton. There's a mayor in South Fulton. It's kind of like a male version of Tiffany Henyard. So if you haven't been paying attention to that, I'll make sure we talk about that real soon. But I got some fun stuff planned for tomorrow, and Friday is Valentine's Day, and I'm rolling out something new and something special on Friday. So you'll see it. You'll probably see it. You probably picked up on it if you've been watching the videos, because pretty much all the videos have been hinting toward something's going to happen on Friday. There you go. So I want to thank y'all so much for helping me hit my goal of 50,000 subscribers by the end of April. It means a lot. I really appreciate you hitting the subscribe button, all that kind of good jazz, jumping into the best live chat. Thank you for emailing management, all your ideas. There have been some great ideas. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. And I'm just glad that you all find value in this kind of content. Okay. I'm glad that y'all find value in this type of content. It means a lot. So thank you so much. If something pops off, if there's another video, let me check real quick before we sign out of here. Let me check real quick. This story has been amazingly comical. Okay. I don't see anything else at this moment. But if something pops up, I will make sure. I'll try to do a thumbnail this time though. Before time. Let's see. I'm looking on Tiffany's page too. Nope, nothing new. All right, praise God. Man, it's funny to me. Okay, let me stop my own self real quick. It's funny because each time she puts out a video, it presents her wrongly. There's a video she did when she was doing the food truck, the food giveaway. And everybody recognized that it, of course, was super old, as well as it was extremely aggressive, I guess is a word. A lot of people are like, man, this seems like this is like a defense video more than it's a helpful video about what you're doing to benefit the people. So there was that video. And then last night's video, when she didn't want to come to the board meeting, that presented her another way bad. Okay. And like, wait, you can come to the building, but you can't actually go down the hallway around the corner and actually work and do what you're saying that they're not doing. It's super, super wild. And then today, the video today was the exact same thing. Like, it's like she's putting out a video a day, but each video is making her look bad. Because I think today was probably worse. This is probably the worst look of those three that I've just discussed. Telling this narrative, and again, no accountability. There's nothing that rhymes with accountability that's being done. So I'm looking forward to the next video, truth be told. I want to see, like, are we going to get a trifecta? Well, this will be the trifecta. I'm sorry. So is she going for 4? 4 block? What is she doing? I don't know. So let me know what y'all think down in the comments. I appreciate y'all. We're going to get out of here. I want y'all to have a fantastic rest of the day. Again, thank y'all so much for tapping in. Thank you so much for liking the video and being a part of the best live chat on the internet. Keep your eyes out because, again, there's going to be some changes coming up real soon. And I'd love to hear what y'all think about them. So make sure you jump in the comments for sure. And on the way out, make sure you hit your like button, all that kind of good jazz. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.
Yo, hit that like for Devil Christian. For Devil Christian, smash it bell for DOC. Smash. God bless it. Sham such for Devil Christian. For Devil Christian, smash that bell for DOC. Smash. Just smash. Hit that like for Devil Christian.